All right, welcome everybody. We are getting set here to begin the Season 8 championship game of Civ4 AI Survivor. It's been a season. It's been a season. It's been the season of high piece weight leaders. We have ended up with 5 high piece weight leaders. Although I guess Churchill is technically more middle than high. It's just been a very unusual year in terms of how some of these games have played out. We've done alternate histories for some of them. Some of those high piece weight leaders, like Gandhi, probably shouldn't be here, but Gandhi is here. So we've got an interesting field. We have an awesome map here. This map was done by community member Cutter Axis put this map together. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see how this one plays out. I mean, maybe we'll use it again. Maybe we'll have a different one. But all the AIs start on these little spiral arms, and then there's a contested middle area. The general perception has been that this is going to be a pretty peaceful map. I'm not sure it's going to be quite as peaceful as people think, but we'll see how it plays out. The favorite in this game is Mansa Musa. I have also picked Mansa Musa specifically because I am trying to jinx him in the hopes that Elizabeth will actually win this game. The other favorites are, I believe, Elizabeth and Gandhi also have a decent number of picks, and then Chin is the overwhelming pick for first to die on this particular map. Again, I want to thank everybody who helped out throughout the season. A lot of people in the community really helped out. In particular, we had the one and only Atesh and Oops, I Forgot, who did all the write-ups for the previous games, which is a tremendous amount of work. And then we also had, like I said, Cutter Axis did this map. We've also had so many people post information. We had people over at Civ Fanatics posting information to try to get the word out about these games. Thank you to all of you for the help. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. And let's hope that this game is exciting as some of the others, because we've had a couple games that went down to the wire this season. All right, and with that out of the way, let's go ahead and begin. All right, so everybody's going to place their settlers down. And first, Tex. Gandhi is going for religion. Everyone else is going for hunting. Okay. Apparently hunting is the tech to go for. Does everybody have... I guess it's kind of funny. None of these leaders start with hunting. Yeah. It's a hunting-less start. Not a single one of these leaders begins with hunting tech. And they all have the deer tile at their capital. The capitals are mirrored, by the way. Some of the resources are not. There are some luxury resources that are not mirrored, but all the capitals are mirrored in this game. And yes, there is a plains cow. Is a plains cow on this map. Where is it? Towards the center? Yeah, towards the center. It's a very lush map, by the way, but that's fine. It doesn't matter that the middle of the map is lush because it's basically mirrored. So anyway, Gandhi's going to get the first religion. Everybody else is going hunting. Pretty straightforward there. The ones who have fishing are opening with a workboat. Does anyone other... The two English leaders have fishing, and Augustus also has fishing. So let's see where they send their settlers, because there's no guarantee they send the settlers in the same direction. Okay. They're all moving towards the center of the map, so that's good. Yeah, nobody went for the archery poison pill. Nobody did. All right, they're just all walking towards the center of the map for the moment. We'll see if they all pick a mirrored spot or not for the second city. All right, no one is settled yet. Keep clicking next turn. Oh, wow, everybody's... They're all going... Okay, they're all going a little further to the center of the map than I thought they might. Let's keep going and see. All right. So let's see. Maybe they all want this spot. The pigs, wine, horse. Although they can't see the horses yet. The pigs, wine, corn spot. Did they all go for this? No, Gandhi is okay. Gandhi does not have the horses in range. That's interesting. So I guess he's in a slightly different spot than some of these other leaders. Either that or the mirroring is slightly off. Oh, and there's no wines over. Never mind. There's a wine here. Okay. Is the mirroring off a little bit? Because some of the people have the corn in range and some do not. Okay, well, Chin went for a different spot. He did not pick the same spot. Yeah, some of them the corn's in range, and some of them it's not, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, oh, I see. So Gandhi settled Bombay. Okay, Gandhi settled one turn before the others. Gotcha. Gandhi settled one turn before the others did. I'll just reveal the map real quick so that we get his holy city pop up. And then Chin went for a different spot entirely. Okay, all right, I guess so. Interesting. So everybody finished hunting tech, and Gandhi's now on meditation. Let's see what the leaders are doing. So Elizabeth mined the sheep tile, and then for some reason she didn't connect the workboat immediately. Mansa Musa did the same thing because he also starts with mining tech, and then he built a road because he starts with wheel. Chin starts with agriculture, so he was able to farm the wheat and then mine the sheep tile. That's pretty good. I like that opener for him. And then Augustus mine the sheep tile, and he built a workboat, which is also now, that did not connect yet. Over here, Churchill did the same thing, mine the hill tile, the sheep hill. They're all going to have hunting tech and another sheep hill. Wow, a lot of did everybody start with mining in this game? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. They all start with mining. What the heck? Every single one of these AIs starts with mining. That's pretty wild. Okay. Yeah, everybody had mining. All right. Now we have some divergence here. So Chin is picking up. Chin and Mansell are going fishing. No one going for the second religion yet. Elizabeth, agriculture. Churchill, Augustus, animal husbandry. Okay. Some different ways to go. I do think agriculture is better than going for early animal husbandry here. The main reason being animal husbandry, they're just going to... Anyone who gets animal husbandry is just going to replace this mine with a pasture. And, like, the mine is quite good. That's a 2-3 tile. Like, that's already basically like a resource to begin with. All right, so that's all for right now. Did the workboat people actually... No, wow, they sent their workboats out... What the heck? Why are these workboats out scouting instead of just connecting the clams? Elizabeth, and did Augustus and Churchill do the same thing? All right, apparently they're all doing the same thing. They're all out scouting with their workboats. Okay. Well, they'll all build another one pretty quickly, so I guess it's fine. Still pretty weird. All right, Gandhi's about to found his religion, so I suspect he's going to found Hinduism here. There it goes. We expected Gandhi would get the first religion, but someone's going to get the second religion. So there's not much is going to go on for right. We can just next turn for a little bit here. All right, Gandhi is doing a very early second settler there. He's doing it in his capital. A lot of other people are doing the settler in the second city thing that we see that takes forever. Augustus is a little faster because he's got a imperial. Oh, he's got the Plains Hammer bonus for imperialistic. Got to get those coastal trade routes, I guess. I mean, it's not the worst thing to get a little more map info, but still, you'd think that it would be better just to connect. What is she building here? Oh, she's doing the camp. That's right. Okay. Yeah, she's got 3 good tiles there. Obviously, the financial leaders get the financial bonus as soon as they connect their water tile. That said, Mansa went... Okay, he's going fishing. So, well, I'm curious to see who's the next person to start a religion here. Mansa could go for it here. He just picked up fishing, so that's a possibility. He also has the trade route. Now, this looks pretty sad until he actually connects this. He should go mine this tile here. Okay, no, Mansa went for animal husbandry as well, so not going for the early religion. Research check at early 25. Sure, we can check on turn 25. It looks like Gandhi will be the first one to get the settler out, or the next settler out. In fact, a lot of these people are not going to. And then Augustus is actually almost as fast. This is like if you're gonna work this tile, it's not the worst thing to do. He is really leveraging imperialistic trait about as well as you can here. Oh yeah. Research is the religions will have a chance to spread along the water potentially. So next turn, a lot of people in animal husbandry. Lots of people in animal husbandry. Yep, tech is a little bit slower, but the map is also bigger. So the finishing date, all right, basically everybody is on animal husbandry right now. So again, that religion is still there, that second religion. We'll see who goes for it. Gandhi is on a slightly different path because he went for the early religion. Anyway, like I said, not much is going to happen until the next settler comes out. So we'll just watch where that goes. Watch where Gandhi sends this. And then we also have a settler from... All right, he's sending it back towards the spiral end. And then Augustus also finished a settler over here. So we'll just watch where these two go. Now, Augustus, again, even though the map is mirrored, some differentiation here. The settler, I thought Gandhi was going to send it this way. Augustus is instead going straight towards the center of the map. And there's the archery poison pill. Also very, very early bronze working from Augustus. He doesn't have agriculture yet, right? He didn't stop to research that, did he? Yeah, I think he should have gone for agriculture before bronze working, I think. But he is going to have a very early third city. Like, if you put it, like, right there, that would be a pretty good spot for putting this. Yeah, Great Lighthouse we think is going to be pretty important on this map. If you're picking Elizabeth, you're kind of hoping that she'll get the Great Lighthouse. So Gandhi, yeah, Gandhi's going back towards the back of the... Okay, so we definitely have a difference in terms of where Augustus and Gandhi sent their settlers. By the way, these workboats moving around is pretty funny. And then, oh, we just had a settler. The other leaders should have just finished their settlers. So yeah, Mansa's about to finish his. Chin is almost done his. And Churchill, okay, Churchill just finished his as well. We also do have some barb archers popping up, so gotta keep an eye on that. And then we also, Excuse me. We also had the request to look at capitals and research rate on turn 25. So we'll start here with Gandhi, size 3. He hasn't put the extra citizen down yet. He does not. He has the deer camp connected and the sheep. We should turn on the research and resource indicator. Doesn't have fishing tech yet. Doesn't have agriculture tech yet. Over here, Churchill has connected 3 of the 4 resources, but doesn't have... Did he go for agriculture, or did he go for the... Okay, no, he went for archery before agriculture. So he's missing that one. Again, 3 of the resources connected, but not the wheat. Also, Augustus is expanding nicely here. Got to give him credit for that. All right, does not have the... Actually, does have the... I was going to say does not have the clams improved, but does, just is not working them, so is not working the resource tiles there. Mansa needs agriculture. And then Elizabeth has them all improved, but is not working the tiles. I guess is going for more production for who knows what reason. In terms of research rate, we have 11 for Mansa, 9 for Elizabeth, 9 for Augustus, 7 for Gandhi, 9 for Churchill, 7 for Chin. Not a lot of differentiation thus far. Not a lot of change. Also, why are you building a farm there? This city narrowly misses a lot of resources. Okay. Once again, still nobody's on the religion yet. Nobody's gone for that. Gandhi is about to plant his next city. It probably is going to go on this tile. No, he put it on the hill. Okay. Well, he gets a cattle resource. Not amazing spot, but okay. Okay. Elizabeth is now also on early bronze working, so no early religion from her. Mansa maybe has a better shot. Mansa has gone towards the center of the map. And he's grabbed this wet rice plus sheep spot. We saw Augustus already settled. Churchill... Wait, where is this? Oh, Churchill has an archer at 0.4 health. Oh my god, he came that close to losing his settler. Ooh, okay. You know, if he didn't have a protective trait and he didn't get that extra first strike, that he might have lost that unit there. Jeez. Anyway, and then it looks like Elizabeth's going for the exact same spot that Mansa took. So they're keeping the mirroring intact. Yeah, Churchill playing with fire there. All right, and then... Oh, he is still moving forward. He's not stopping to heal. I think he'll be okay. But that's a dangerous... He's playing a dangerous game. All right. Now his archer will finally start to heal. I think he's okay, but... A little scary to say the least. All right, so everybody's got their third city down now except Chin, who has his settler right here, because he took a different spot than everybody to start the game. Where is this unit going? A bit odd, to say the least. A bit odd. By the way, Augustus already has another settler out for his 4th city. So he's definitely cramming out the cities pretty quickly. And then Churchill's building another settler. Gandhi's building 2 settlers. Okay, Gandhi. And then Elizabeth's also building a settler. Yeah, all these leaders need happiness. Happiness is actually a little constrained on this map early because there's not a lot of... There are happiness resources, but they're more towards the middle of the map. They're like the silver, the gold, and the gems are all here towards the center. So whoever can push there and grab them is definitely going to be nice. Yeah, Coventry is in a slightly dangerous spot, but I think the archer will be healed by the time the barbs get up there. Barbs seem to be coming down here to Hastings instead, so I think this will be fine. But yeah, I mean, that was 1 dice roll away from that city being lost, so could have been quite ugly. All right, Chin, where's this extra settler going? Where is it again? There it is. Oh, okay, it's under that archer. Okay, he chose to... Interesting. He is going heavily for the coasts, which is kind of funny because I don't think he has... No, he does have fishing tech. Okay, I thought for a second he didn't have fishing, but he apparently wants to go to the coastlines. First barb city near Chin. Yep. Okay. First one. It's in an awkward spot for Chin and I guess Mansa, although I do agree it's probably worse for Chin Shi Huang just because it's a little over on his side. Anyway, so Gandhi is our current score leader. So that's the only settler. Oh, no, Augustus is a settler out as well. Augustus is a settler that he is sending east. Back towards the closed part of the... what is it? Star? Or it's actually more like a shuriken for what that's worth. All right, well, Gandhi now opt to go for another religion. He could. No, animal husbandry. I thought for a second he might chase another religion here. So far, everybody's ignoring the religions, although Augustus is going to finish bronze working, so he'll have a chance to potentially go for one. All right, he chose basically a similar spot to what Gandhi chose. back here. Yeah, I mean, it's got a grassland cow, you know, that's decent. All right, anyone else have a settler out on the map? It looks like Churchill's about to finish one. Gandhi's about to finish two. Elizabeth just finished one, and Mansa should be about to finish one too. Yeah, Mansa just... wait a minute, does he have a settler on the moor? No, that's a worker under there. That's a worker. Did I miss one? I guess he didn't opt to build one. I guess Mansa does not have another settler out. Okay, unless I missed something. I guess he's slightly behind. All right, so Augustus and Churchill will both have the option to pick a religious tech here if they want. We'll keep an eye on where this Churchill and Gandhi, was it Churchill, Gandhi, and Elizabeth all have settlers out on the board right now? Once again, no one has queued up a religion here. Well, Augustus did finish bronze working, and he's got another settler in production. So he's trying to span that out. I mean, the map is starting to get filled up, if not as quickly as on some of our smaller maps. And Elizabeth is now taking the back spot. Which it's probably not the worst thing for AIs to grab some tier. Oh, we have another Barb City here as well. So this one is also towards Mansa and towards Elizabeth. Interesting. I bet we're going to have a lot of barbs. That one's on a hill. That's going to be especially hard to kill. Research rate. I don't want to check the research rates too often. I want to get through this game. We'll take a look on turn 50 again when we get closer to that. And so Gandhi, where is he? Gandhi had two settlers out, right? One of them is up here, heading towards the middle of the map. By the way, Churchill is apparently going to settle his back lines. These Barb cities are helping Gandhi. Okay, I don't like this spot as much. I really wish he had just put the city... Oh, excuse me. Knocked over the microphone. I wish he'd just put the city here so he could grab the furs. That would be a lot better, I think. Oh, well. And how about Chin? Does he have a settler out? He does, and it's going for the back spot as well, which Elizabeth also picked up. They all seem to like to be one tile off this side here. So Elizabeth has finally finished bronze working and is now gone for the wheel, which she definitely needs. Needs to connect her cities together. Be interesting to see if Gandhi's religion spreads as well. Is there a higher concentration of luxuries? So yes, there are, but there's a reason for that. And that's because Barb cities are more likely to pop up in resource clusters. Like they are more likely to pop up wherever there's a bunch of resources. So here, the center of the map is juiced with additional resources. So there's more likely the Barb cities will pop up by those resources, as opposed to somewhere like here where there's like not a lot of resources. All right, so Mansa is building another settler. I guess he's a little bit slow in the settler, unless there's a settler under there. No, that's a worker. Okay. So he's a little bit slower than some of the others. He's also going for archery. I guess he wants to unlock his unique unit. At least he doesn't lose a turn to anarchy there. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close so far. Everybody's settling at reasonably similar rates. No one is just like utterly failing to expand. Most of the leaders, they're all expanding to some extent. Okay, Gandhi's apparently about to get Stonehenge. Where's his other settler? Okay, he just planted Pataliputra, and then he's got another settler over here. It looks like we also had another Barb City pop up. So that's our third Barb City here. 3 of them. Looks like most of the central area is going to have at least some degree of barbarians. That might favor people who have early unique units, like maybe Augustus might be able to use Praetorians to capture some of these Barb cities. Also, this city is only defended by warriors, but I think there's enough of them that it's not really in any danger. Yeah, I mean, one of them just died, but the Barb Archer, well, it could double promote. I don't know. We'll see. Still no one on the religion. Nope, never mind. It just died. Still no one on a religion yet. It's been pretty close game. That second religion has lasted forever. It's not normal that we get to turn 50 and no one's even started going for another religion. So Gandhi has certainly had time to get his religion out. Looks like he's going to get Stonehenge here, which is going to be nice that he doesn't have to stop to build monuments. So it's a good opener for Gandhi, to say the least. Definitely a good opener for Gandhi. And he also is the first to 5 cities, so, you know, not bad. His economy is probably suffering a little bit more, but I still think this is a good opener. And Elizabeth opted to go wheel pottery, which also is probably a good choice for her. I'm just curious where that next religion is going to pop up. Yeah, Chin on 21 turn bronze working is not the best option there. These other leaders, other than Gandhi, really need to get culture. Not a single one of them has meditation yet. All right, Mansa now on mysticism. Is he going for the religion? I bet he is. Yes, he is. So it looks like he's going to found the other religion in this game. So he is going to be the one. He will found Islam over there. Chin does have pottery. Okay, so that means his economy's not like totally wrecked. All right. Does anyone have a settler? I kind of lost track of who had a settler out because we're getting to the point in time in the game where it's a little harder. There's one from Augustus. And there's one from Churchill. Gandhi does not have any settlers out. He does have the 5 cities. And there's one from Elizabeth. Okay, so we have a number of settlers out. How about Mansa? Mansa is only on the 3 cities, but I think he's about to found another one here. There we go. Not bad, double resource, not bad. Certainly take that. How about Chin? Does he have a settler out? He does not. Okay. But Churchill should be about to found a city. And Elizabeth has one that's not even being guarded at the moment. And Augustus also has one over here. All right, so that's 50 turns. I'd say it was definitely a good opener for Gandhi. I think it's pretty close amongst the other leaders. I mean, I think the most noteworthy thing is that we still only have... I think the most noteworthy thing is we still don't have more religions at this point in time in the game. That we still just have the one religion is pretty wild for this early. And then those barb cities popping up. Note that there's none near Augustus. And then Gandhi doesn't really have... I guess he has this one that's kind of in his way, but not really. I mean, this is more in Churchill's way. So I think it's been a good opener for Gandhi. And I know that he was he was the second most popular pick to win. So I think that the first 50 turns have gone really well for Gandhi so far. Have to be pretty happy with that. The early Stonehenge is going to help him. And I bet he gets his religion out to at least one other person pretty quickly. We did have a request to do the research rate check-in. So Mansa's at 9. Elizabeth's at 20. Oh, that's interesting. And she's even running 20% on the espionage slider, too. Augustus Caesar's at 6. Okay, that's not that. Okay, 7. That might be a bit of a problem. 12 for Churchill. And then 8. So Elizabeth is our early research leader. Why is her research so good? Oh, well, that would make a difference, working all those water tiles. That would help, for sure. Most of the leaders need to get some happiness, though, because like she doesn't have a single luxury. Does anyone have a luxury resource yet? I mean, there's gems and silver out here. It'll be interesting to see who gets these. Like, who grabs this silver, who grabs this gems, all of them. Like, the gold has already been taken by the Barb City. But some of these are very much available. Or like, who grabs these elephant tiles over here? There's definitely happiness resources available. So we'll have to see who ends up getting them. Because I think that's the biggest thing is who's like happy constrained on this map right now. Okay, in terms of GMP, it's Gandhi and Elizabeth. Gandhi does have a lot of that as culture, production. Note that Liz is terrible on production, though, because she's running those coastal tiles. Food, Gandhi's the lead there. Chin's in last. Power. Mansa's the leader on power. Gandhi's last, unsurprisingly. Culture, Gandhi's got the culture. This is the Observer. By the way, this is the Observer Civ. The Observer Civ, literally just because we're running Zara and we have creative trait, all of the other 4 leaders who are not Gandhi, every single one of them does not have a single cultural thing. They just have the palace and that's it. Yeah, Mansa's tech has been surprisingly slow thus far, but it's still early. He's got plenty of time. We are the wealthiest Civ because we are not researching anything. I think Mansa Musa will be fine. He's going to have a religion too. Turn 100 or later. I mean, probably around turn 100, if I had to guess. Churchill picks up slavery. Who else? We were watching Churchill. Okay, Churchill just founded this city here. I think this is the same city we saw Mansa just found. And then Augustus founded here. I mean, like, for all that this is a big map, like, their borders are getting pretty close to each other already. And by, like, turn 80, 85, this is mostly going to be settled because it's deity and they settle very quickly. Didn't Elizabeth have a settler out we were watching too? Oh, here it is. It's actually unguarded at the moment. She ran it back into Canterbury because it was unguarded. Oh, well. Mansa, did he build a settler up here? Okay, he founded this city, Wallata, up here. I was concerned that he didn't have another city or another settler, but he founded this spot back up here. The one that all the AIs seem to have gone for. They all seem to like to settle one tile outside the range of the firs. I don't know quite why. But he actually will get the furs in range because he has mysticism. Elizabeth's also picking up mysticism, but she won't get at least an initial religion out of this. But it's good news for her that she's picking this up because she'll have a way to expand borders, which she definitely needs. And she's got a settler heading for it. I wonder if she goes for this resource cluster. That would actually be a really crucial spot. Nope, doesn't look like she's heading in that direction. I don't know where she's going. I guess she's just going due forward. This is so critical. Like, if Mansa gets this as opposed to if Elizabeth gets this, there's so many goodies there. Really interesting. Anyway, so yeah, we're just continuing to chill. Gandhi has a clear score lead. All right, so Elizabeth was going for polytheism, but she's not going to get it. It's going to go to Mansa. He's definitely ahead. But as I said, now Elizabeth can actually pop her borders, which is a big deal. Well, there's already one of those big stacks outside this city. Now, this one's on a hill, so it's going to be almost impossible to kill that city in any kind of timely fashion. Yeah, okay, so Elizabeth's pivoted to sailing, which could be really big. Ah, that's unfortunate. Look where the religion popped up. Very unfortunate for Mansa. It could have popped up in this spot, too. Oh, what's this? Oh, no, Mansa, no! Oh, no! There's no one guarding Niani. No! Is it going to get taken out by the barbs? What happened here? Why doesn't he have any units defending? He has freaking skirmishers. Oh, it did get auto-raised. Yeah. As Mansa converts. Wow, that's a big setback. All right, come on. Any second now. Waiting for the message to print out. Ugh. And that's such a strong spot, too. I mean, I think Mansa will still settle this spot, but, like, that's a big setback for him. Oof. Does it ruin the floodplains tile? Oh, yeah, you have to clear the ruin. Well, I mean, you can clear the ruins. It's not like it permanently knocks that out. Okay. That's just a disappointment. I mean, well, it could be worse. Can you imagine if the Holy City had popped up there? Because Islam could have founded in that city, and then it could have died the next turn to the archer. So that could have happened. You think Mansa attacked across the river and died? That could have happened. All right. Ugh. Mansa, man. That's... Ugh. It's disappointing. What about that Elizabeth settler that was running? Oh, it's down here? Oh, she's going for the silver tile. Okay, well... I mean, that's not the tile I would have necessarily picked, but that's going to bring silver and eventually ivory. And, I mean, she's going to pop borders pretty quickly with this monument. That's not that bad. It's a wet corn... Okay, I mean, I would have preferred that this was a little bit closer to this resource cluster, but that's not bad. She's locked down one of the... She's the first one to kind of grab one of these resource clusters. Over here, Augustus is really close, but he hasn't quite gotten there yet. Also, Barb Spearman running around. That's interesting. Yeah, Augustus is... let's see, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 6 cities. Yeah, Augustus has been pushing pretty aggressively to the middle of the map. He's not far off these resources now. Chin, I don't know what Chin's doing. That very, very slow bronze working really hurt him, I think, because he's pretty far behind economically. Yeah, it looks like Gandhi actually has a pretty nice lead. Although, to be fair, a lot of this is score points because he had the early religion, and so all his cities popped borders early. I don't think Gandhi is in quite as good of a spot as this would suggest, but he's not in bad shape. The other thing that helps him is he actually has a religion, so he's getting the extra happiness, which is kind of a big deal. And Mansa got the early spread, so he was able to get +1 happiness in this city too. So that is pretty nice. The sailing is going to be interesting to see if anyone goes for the Great Lighthouse early on. Anyway. Okay, who has settlers out right now? Gandhi does... Is that a settler in Bombay? No, it's a missionary. Churchill, though, is... Let's see where... Oh, Churchill has double settlers here. Let's see where these go. Curious where he's going to send these. Churchill really needs to get something that'll let him pop the borders in his city. Why does he still has the double? Yeah, they're on the same tile, which is very odd. Why he would have that. All right, now they just split up. And Mansa, does he have a settler on the board? I believe he does not. I was trying to see if... apparently not. How about Chin? I think he does. He also is pushing one forward here. Chin is definitely the weakest of the AIs in this game so far. And Churchill has the 2 settlers moving forward. How about Elizabeth? Does she have another settler? She does. She just finished one. She's also building the early lighthouse, which will make it more likely she'd go for Great Lighthouse. I mean, we talked a lot about how good Great Lighthouse is, but like if Elizabeth built it, she would only have 2 cities actually on the coast. So maybe it's not quite as insane as we thought. But I do think it'll be a useful wonder for whoever gets it. Okay, Churchill, is he going to settle? All right, he put 1 city here, Brighton. A little bit concerned about Churchill's economy. We can just do a quick check-in on economy. Augustus is on masonry. Augustus could very easily be a Great Lighthouse. I think he and Elizabeth are the 2 most likely. All right, so we're on 14 beakers for Mansa, 19 for Elizabeth, 10 for Augustus, 9 for Gandhi. This is what I was worried about. Churchill's on 3 beakers per turn. That's now he is running a slight gold surplus, but that's not great. And then okay, Chin's on 18. Okay, Chin's actually doing better than I thought in terms of research. But I was a little worried about Churchill. He's founded quite a few cities. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has 7, and he has another settler out here. I mean, if he puts this city down, his economy might be pretty bad. Okay, and Elizabeth has now picked up Gandhi's religion, which could be pretty significant here, especially if Gandhi's really good at spreading his religion all over the place. In terms of relations here, interesting. Chin's already annoyed with Gandhi. Gandhi does not like Mansa Musa because of that religious disparity. Interesting. All right, game's already starting to take shape. Yeah, Gandhi will need to expand. Does he have a settler out right now? No, he does. Does there one in here? No, that's a missionary. Okay, yeah, Gandhi does need to make sure he expands. Because eventually he's going to need more room. I thought Elizabeth had a settler over here too. Oh, she does. She's slowly connecting her territory with roads and getting the silver online. Like I said, it would be better for her if she got the ivory online as well. And then again, I'm still waiting to see who's going to grab these resource clusters. Now, this one is blocked by the barbarians, so that one's a no-go. And we just had another Barb City pop up here. That's Barb City number 4. Or, no, number 5. We actually had 2 just pop up. Never mind. Gepid and Harappan just popped up. It's a lot of Barb Cities over here. So that kind of locks off some of the early resource clusters. Good news for, I guess, Gandhi and, I guess, Elizabeth, because there's still a little more space down here. Augustus is going to have to fight his way through some of these Barb cities, which is a bit of a shame. Does he have a settler over here? I think he has one in here. Yeah, he has one right here. Look like Praetorian fodder? I mean, they do. But he'd have to get ironworking for that, obviously, which he doesn't have just yet. So Augustus could grab this. He could grab this though. The ivory and the gems would really, really help him a lot. Now, if you're a human player, you would have prioritized grabbing these resources, understanding that the big thing that's limiting you have tons of health. What you need is happiness. But the AI doesn't quite understand that concept, for better or for worse. So we can look at the tech progress later. All right, and Mansa, he lost that city. Where is his next city, though? Well, there he's going to get his shrine off of that. I still don't see another settler from Mansa. That's a problem if he's still on 5 cities when a lot of the AIs are getting up to like 6 or 7. Again, what he needs to do is he needs to settle this cluster. If he lets Elizabeth get this, I'm actually worried about Mansa's long-term prospects in this game. By the way, I guess this warrior is trying to attack here, but that's not going to happen. Did Augustus... Okay, so Augustus settled, and he is going to get the ivory. That's big. The ivory is a key resource for him. Well, I guess never mind. He already had their ivory here. Never mind. He already had it. But he gets a second one, and that's nice for him. The only one who's really falling behind is Chin. But I worry about Mansa if he doesn't get more settlers out. He's locked up one of his cities with Temple of Artemis. He did manage to get his capital up to size 8, albeit with some unhappiness. But, yeah. I don't know. As I said, I'm worried about Mansa if he doesn't expand. Because, like, Elizabeth is doing a better job over here. She's already, like, fully out off the arm. And that is a very early shrine for Gandhi. Turn 72 shrine. He already has 7 cities. I worry about Mansa, too, because his religion is in such an awkward spot. Like, his holy city's way up here. Also, Elizabeth may be going for another religion here. Nope, she's just finishing polytheism. Mansa could be going for another religion, though. I guess we'll see. Or Chin? I don't think so, but I guess he could potentially... No, he doesn't even have mysticism. Never mind. He needs to get mysticism so he can pop his stupid borders. He just founded a city in his backlines there. Augustus also desperately needs mysticism. Really, really badly. He's building the Great Wall. That is going to be one funky looking Great Wall. And Churchill, I guess Churchill never used his other settler because I think he realized that he would not have the economy for that. Mansa had a city raised by Barbs if you just got here. This was like maybe 20 minutes ago. This was a Mansa city. Losing it was a huge setback for him because he would have had started to take control of this whole region, which is extremely fertile, but he lost it. So yeah, a lot of the AIs are now pushing into the center of the map. Oh, never mind. Churchill does his settlers over here. Oh, Churchill, you got to settle this gold tile. This is really key. Whether Churchill or Gandhi gets this is very important. Well, there's the Great Wall. So, I guess it protects the capital. The Great Wall protects all your cities. This is just a visual effect, but it is kind of funny to think that like all his cities are outside the Great Wall. Kind of silly. But no, the effects are not associated with what the borders look like. Yeah, well, it's size 3 because he just whipped the Great Wall. See how it says we can't forgive your oppression? He whipped it to completion. That's why. Yeah, it's not even a single construct. He has a segment over here and then another segment here. That is a silly looking Great Wall. By the way, I do love the I do this occasionally. If you turn on the flying camera, you can like go in and like get down to like, I don't know, Civ person's view. Like you can see it up close and check out the little houses. I love the fact that this game has... Now, do they look good up close? No, they definitely don't. But I still love the way the flying camera works in this game. That, you know, you can do this if you want to. All right. So Mansa is building more settlers. He has double settlers in production. That's a really good sign because he needs to get out there on the map. I think he'll still get a decent share of the land, but I'm worried he's falling behind in a way that he really shouldn't to some of these other leaders. Because like Elizabeth has not stopped expanding. Gandhi, you need to get settlers out. Where are your settlers, Gandhi? Is that a settler? No, that's another missionary. Stop building missionaries and build settlers, buddy. Because you have one in production, but like Churchill's about to cut you off to the center of the map. And that's a problem. Nope, never mind. Churchill, where'd you... Here's his settler. Churchill, if you're Churchill, just dump your city right here. It's 3 tiles away from Brighton. It's got a wet wheat or wet rice. It's got a gold. It'll pay for itself. It's got marble. Just dump your city right here. Like, just do it. Gandhi's on triple settler. Okay, you're right. He's on triple settler. Okay, that's a good sign. But Churchill can potentially lock him out of part of the map. All right, we also have a real race here for the monotheism. I'm sure it was in chat a minute ago. Mansa and Elizabeth are both going for this. Now, who goes first in turn order? I believe Mansa goes first. Mansa goes first in turn order because he won playoff game 1. That's the only reason he's first in turn order. So Mansa goes first here. I think it might actually be better for Elizabeth not to found a religion here. I think it might be better for her to stay in Gandhi's religion because I think Gandhi's religion is going to spread to Churchill, and we might have a big Hindu block here. Very, very close. I mean, it could still swing. Mansa's down to 2 turns. Up. Yeah, it looks like Elizabeth's going to get this. Oh, yeah, as I said, I think it's better for her not to found her own religion here, but it looks like she's going to. Yeah, because Hinduism's going to spread a lot with that shrine. All right. Well, I'll refresh the map, so we'll see. It looks like she's going to win the race by a single turn to Hinduism here. Gandhi didn't have bronze working? What the heck? Also, Augustus founded this city. I mean, he's the first to get to the resource cluster in the jungle here. Look at his territory. I guess he couldn't go up here because of the Barb cities, and then Churchill's down here. So he's just like, I'm going to plow straight into the jungle. I am a little concerned about his economy, though. He's down at 20%. Maybe he'll build Great Lighthouse, though. I don't know. All right, let's see where this religion pops up. All right, right. Oh, it's in the center of the map, too. I don't know if this is good or bad. I honestly don't know if this is good or bad for Elizabeth. She will definitely convert into this religion. Yeah, she beat Mansa by, like, the skin of her teeth. Also curious if she goes into organized religion to help spread her religion around. Well, she will definitely take that. Looks like Elizabeth, you know, to her Elizabeth's credit, she's still expanding really well here. Like, I guess she's going to take this, this spot here. She's been doing a good job. Augustus is doing a good job. Churchill was doing a good job, but like he had to stop because his economy was about to crash. Yeah. I think he can. Oh, and Churchill just picked up. Yeah, so she did go organize religion, and Churchill went to Hinduism. Yeah, I'm concerned about Elizabeth and Mansa because they could end up isolated in. Now, for right now, Elizabeth's still Hindu, but she could end up isolated in this religion. She would have been much better off if that religion had popped up in like one of Mansa's cities. Definitely would have been better off that way. Okay, so Mansa got another city here at Autoghost. He is trying to push back towards the center of the map. I'm still shocked that no one's grabbed this resource cluster yet. And this resource cluster and this one. Now, the Barbs took over some of these. I haven't been watching Chin as much. It looks like he's the early favorite to get the Great Lighthouse, though, so maybe I should be watching him a bit more as Augustus builds the pyramids. Yeah, no one else is building... Oh, Mansa's got a shot at it, too. Actually, Mansa's ahead in this race. Mansa's only 13 turns away. He's 40 turns away? What the... Oh, because he has like no production. Mansa with the Great Lighthouse would certainly be a big pickup for him because he's got a lot of coastal cities. He has one... Timbuktu's coastal, right? 1, 2, 3... never mind. He only has 3. But he will have more down the road. All right, now we saw that Gandhi had a... By the way, Gandhi, you got to solve these happiness problems. Gandhi, go settle that gold tile. Or... go settle this gold tile that Churchill's been like hanging out around for ages. We saw that Gandhi had a bunch of settlers in production, so he grabbed Calcutta. Certainly a beautiful city, and it does have the ivory, so he'll be able to. I'm not exactly sure how he has a trade connection. I guess. Oh, I see. It goes down the river. That's how. I was like, how does the ivory connected? So that's going to help him a lot. He just needs more happiness. Like all these leaders really need additional happiness. They're pretty constrained on that. So the middle of the map definitely getting full. Are any of these Barb cities close to getting captured? I don't think so just yet. Yeah, they're all... I mean, this Barb city is like its own civilization over here. And Mansa just tossed this city down in the center of the map. Okay, I mean, this is pretty useless right now. Yeah, the Hinduism thing is... It's starting to get kind of scary for Mansa, and that if Elizabeth converts, it'll be kind of scary for her. I do like the monarchy research for her because again most of these AIs are pretty happiness constrained, but she would be wise not to drop out of that religion. If you're curious about the relationships here, can we look at the shrine? It's at 11 cities, which is a lot for this early. He's also running triple priest specialist, so I guess he wants more. Augustus is going for the ironworking now, so if he can, and he does have iron already connected. He has iron on this tile here. He would just have to build a road on it, but that's easy enough to do. Praetorians could unlock some of these Barb cities. Also, look at this. Okay, Chin. So the middle of the map, you can see, I said by around turn 85, the middle of the map will be pretty full, and it's starting to get there. The land is filling up overall. So we should start to see some more conflicts soon between these leaders. Gandhi has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities. Churchill grabbed the gold one tile before Gandhi. Yeah, Churchill definitely needs that gold resource because his economy is not looking so hot right now. I think Elizabeth is the tech leader from what I can tell. It's a little hard to tell. What will he do with this one? Will he try to light bulb another? I mean, he could light bulb to theology maybe. Either that or he might use it as a super specialist. Actually, he has a ways to go. He needs polytheism and monotheism, then he could light bulb theology. I bet he just uses that as a super specialist. The AI likes to do that. Yeah, whoever gets construction or Praetorians. I mean, Augustus obviously will get Praetorians first. And that's pretty nice of him to get the pyramids there. Again, he could do hereditary rule for happiness. He could also do representation. Either one of those would be pretty helpful. So Augustus is looking pretty solid here as well. Although I think everybody's competitive except I think Chin is in a lot of trouble. He's doing a 20-turn ironworking, which does not seem like a great path to take through the tech tree. All right, he took representation. I think that's the correct choice. Now he can get his capital up to size 10. It's going to be nice. Again, the extra happiness is big. As I said, that's why I like the early monarchy from Elizabeth so much. Again, we still have this resource cluster here. This is 2 happiness, actually 3 with the what's it called? Incense. Will Mansa take this, or is he going to take... I mean, he kind of took... Not really. He kind of took some of it. Oh, wow. We had a Barb City fall this early? Oh, wow. I guess chariots just rushed that one. I wasn't watching that. I didn't think anyone was close to capturing a Barb city. Wait, what? Is this just one random warrior from Gandhi? It looks like he had almost nothing here. Wow. All right. The warrior capture, the random warrior capture. Okay. I mean, another city is nice, but this could very easily draw him into conflict with these two leaders. He needs to get them up to pleased. If he can get them up to pleased with him, see, like Augustus is only cautious, but if he and Churchill's only cautious, but if he can get them up to his religion, he might be able to get them into pleased, and neither one of them will declare war at pleased. So if he can please lock these two, they could be like his bully boys overall. Yeah, love the Roman snake. Yeah, I mean, if Gandhi allies these two, that's a really good sign for him. Looks like Elizabeth also pushed into the middle of the map. So I wouldn't be surprised if she goes calendar too soon because she now has a whole bunch of calendar resources. This city is still a ways away from popping borders. Like, I like Elizabeth's position just in terms of like tile yields. What I don't like is her position diplomatically. I'm concerned about her founding that religion. I'm very concerned about her flipping out of Hinduism and becoming a global pariah. Anyway, Great Lighthouse did end up going to Augustus, or not Augustus, Chin, who's the weakest leader on the map, as opposed to going to Mansa, who was pretty close. He had about 2/3 of the way done. Yeah, Chin got the Great Lighthouse. It's really big. He has a lot of coastal cities. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 7 coastal cities. Wow. Granted, now, here's the thing. Will anyone sign open borders with him? I'm less confident that anyone will sign open borders, but this, like, single-handedly recovers his economy from a terrible early spot. Anyone contesting Mansa for Oracle? Good question. Let's see. Do we see any other Oracle builds? I don't think I see anyone else building it, so I guess that's probably going to go to him. And then we still have these 4 Barb cities here. Everybody's just, like, ramming chariots into these Barb cities. It's not going to work with a city on a hill. Now, you can probably take the flat ground Barb cities with chariots. So if Augustus gets those Praetorians, which he should have any turn now, Augustus might be able to snap up most of these cities over here. So I kind of like Augustus to get more of this territory. Just, like, I mean, he could, like, let's say he got all 3 of these Barb cities. That would, plus he could still backfill territory over here. That would be pretty nice for him to have. Oh, never mind. Okay, Elizabeth is now apparently contesting the Oracle, but she's not going to get it. Mansa's going to build it, barring something really weird. Pretty sure Mansa's going to get it. Mansa, I mean, I feel like his position's okay, but not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cities is not bad, but I just feel like losing this city set him back so much in this game. I just feel like he would be snowballed so far ahead. And the Barb cities have also kind of spawned in somewhat bad spots for him. This mess. Gandhi founded another city here. Okay, well, this is a mess. He's already got the free monument. Well, he's going to have some border tension with Elizabeth for sure. But both of them are building monuments in those cities. I mean, it's it's a bit of a mess here in the middle of the map. How this game plays out is... So he just founded another... Oh, he used it to take... Did he take theology or code of laws? He also built the Temple of Artemis. Did he take theology or code of laws? He took code of laws. Okay. Interesting, because he could have also done theology as well. So the religions are starting to get spread out a little bit amongst the different leaders. I don't quite know what that... I mean, this religion could end up spreading to, like, Chin, maybe. Although he won't make an active effort to spread it. Anyway. Yeah, the map settling patterns are a bit odd. I don't think Chin's going to have much success at expanding further until somebody clears out these Barb cities. There is still room for, like, another city over here. There's the Praetorians on their way. Of course, just because he has Praetorians doesn't mean he's guaranteed to get those spots. Also, apparently Elizabeth is pushing culture pretty hard here. The only reason it matters is she could, like, get some of these resources that are in the 3rd ring, because we knew that city was placed in kind of a weird spot. And this resource cluster is still available for someone to grab, incredibly. I would think Mansa or Elizabeth would have just grabbed it. But anyway, yeah, so things are developing. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing the initial wars break out relatively soon. Most likely someone against Chin. Also, Gandhi's early score lead has definitely fallen off here. Let's see. But Gandhi's doing a good job of settling his back lines. There's still room for some of these other leaders. Like, Mansa still has room for another city up here. Chin has pretty much settled his backlines. Augustus has room for at least one more. And Churchill could definitely do another city over here. So there's still room for a few more cities, too. I like that Mansa's picking up monarchy. He could definitely use the happiness. Always important. Does he have wines, or does he just... It doesn't appear to have wines. He just can make use of the extra happiness. It's like Elizabeth has really lifted her happiness cap by getting some of these resources. That's probably why she's among the leaders in scores. She just has the extra happiness. Augustus, remember, is getting happiness from the pyramids. Are Augustus... Good question. Is Augustus please locked with Gandhi yet? So Churchill is cautious. Augustus is please locked with him, though. Augustus actually is please locked with everyone other than Mansa and Chin at the moment. Churchill cannot declare war on Elizabeth or Churchill. I mean, we could check to see if anyone's plotting war. All right, he's not. Elizabeth, I would be surprised if she is, but she is not. Nope. Gandhi would be very surprised if he is plotting war right now. He is not. How about Mansa? Nope. Churchill? Nope. And Chin? No. So no one's currently plotting war. Chin and Churchill do seem like they've fallen behind a bit. Churchill was expanding well earlier in the game, but like I feel like he had to stop expanding because his economy was bad. Now this... Okay. This may be a recipe for trouble down the road. I'm just saying, the center of the map, like if you thought this was going to be a purely peaceful game, you might want to look at the middle of the map here. Because this does not bode for, this does not suggest this is going to be a very this does not suggest it's going to be a peaceful build fest. Why, if you're Elizabeth, you would throw your city down here? I mean, okay, yes, there's gems, but like you could also just settle the uncontested gems over here. I mean, we'll see. We'll see who holds these spots. But yeah, pretty contested. Should have changed either Augustus or Gandhi. I think that you can tell the light purple and the dark purple apart without too much trouble. At least I think I can. I think that they're relatively straightforward to tell apart. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've always not had difficulty telling these two colors apart. That might just be me. Let's see. I was trying to see if Mansa got another city down, but I guess he's kind of run out of room. All right, so yeah, I think the map is mostly pretty full at this point. We're about to hit turn 100. It's pretty okay. Elizabeth again. Why here? Why not here? I will continue making a point out of this as long as the game goes on. Alrighty, so let's do our 100 turn overview. Map is pretty full at this point. Settler. Here we go. And let's see how everybody's doing. Apparently, mathematics is in vogue at the moment. Here's our graphs. GMP. So right now, Gandhi and Mansa are tops in GMP. Unsurprisingly, Chin and Churchill are down at the bottom. Production looks like Augustus has the edge there. Otherwise, it's relatively even food. We've got an Elizabeth, Gandhi are at the top, and then Chin is clearly trailing. Mansa, by the way, look at this. Must be where he connects some additional happiness. I think this is when he got into hereditary rule because he could suddenly grow his city's power. Is pretty even. Elizabeth's in the last. Churchill and Augustus are first. There we go. And culture, Gandhi's just way ahead. I don't want to do the tech tree comparison because they're all relatively close right now. They're all only separated by a handful of techs. I think it's more meaningful to look at their beaker rate this early in the game. Okay, so research rate, Mansa's at 53, Elizabeth's at 41. Interesting. Mansa's expenses are a lot lower. His expenses are 33 and Elizabeth's are 71. Huh. It's interesting. Why are they so different? City maintenance. She's got much higher city maintenance. Interesting. All right, Augustus is running gold. Oh wait, no, never mind. His expenses are really high. He's only at 10% research rate. Gandhi 29, Churchill 30, and Chin. Okay, so Mansa has courthouses. That must be the big reason why. Yeah, he has courthouses, and the AI, they're very cheap for the AI, so that must be why. Okay. So it's still pretty close right now. Again, Chin and Churchill seem like they've fallen a bit behind, but other than that, it's pretty close. And I do think we're going to start seeing some conflict relatively soon. There's another great prophet for Gandhi. And Chin is now Hindu as well. So again, Mansa, this is not a great situation for him, with everybody in the world is in Hinduism except for him. I wonder how long until Elizabeth flips her religion out of Hinduism. For the moment, I think Gandhi converted her capital to Hinduism, which is why I think she hasn't switched yet. Anyway, I'm also trying to check in on these barb cities. So this one looks like it's not going to fall for a long time. How about this one up here? This one is also... People have attacked it, but it hasn't lost much yet. And then this city, and then this city. Yeah, I guess they're not really under much threat yet. We'll see if Augustus is able to build a Praetorian stack. Elizabeth is going for early calendar, to no surprise. That'll unlock a lot of additional happiness for her. Otherwise, mostly... And then, Mansa went for currency. Bit of a shame he didn't get the Great Lighthouse, because if he had currency and the Great Lighthouse, he'd have a really nice setup there. He needs to clear these barb cities. We can also check in to see if anybody's plotting war. Okay. Nope, she is not. Nope. Augustus and Churchill might be more likely. Nope. Nope, he has a we have nothing to gain, not we have enough on our hands. Yeah, a lot of barb workers. Is Elizabeth finally going to get this spot that I've been talking about the whole game? She wasn't in hereditary rule before. I thought she was because she had monarchy. I guess she just never pulled the trigger on the anarchy turn. And I guess she is going to get this spot. Just before Mansa. Okay. Alright. Well, it's certainly been a nice job of settling. There's another great prophet. Okay. He'll probably use that on the Confucian shrine. Would be my guess. So yeah, we're just kind of chilling. Elizabeth is the score leader for what that's worth. Again, I think if she doesn't get dogpiled, she's in good shape in this game. To do something, because I think she's playing a really strong game here, and she might get the Hanging Gardens on a very large... Is anyone else building Hanging Gardens, just out of curiosity? It has been pretty peaceful thus far, but I suspect that that's not going to last too much longer. I mean, Chin's building some military. Upcoming dogpile. If you're curious about the diplomacy, so Mansa does not really like anyone. He's liked a little bit more, like Elizabeth's pleased towards him, but not really. I mean, Chin doesn't like him. All the other Hindus do not like him very much. So there's some definite danger there for him. Also, the tech pace is starting to really pick up now that the map's gotten settled. I'm going to continue to watch these barb cities. All right, so never mind. He didn't have the Islamic shrine yet. And Praetorians are starting to do their thing, taking that city, which... is going to put this city is going to be right next to Chin over here. Also, some real border tension on this part of the map here. A lot of border tension here. I can't imagine that this can stay peaceful for too much longer. Right now, I know someone was going to ask in the chat, Islam has only spread to 8 cities. Did I intentionally curse Mansa so Liz would win? Yes, that is correct. I put the Sula stink on Mansa Musa. I said that before the game started. Anyway, yeah, I just expect one of these leaders is going to start plotting war soon. But so far, no, because if it's a build fest, it obviously favors the more economic-based leaders. By the way, does Elizabeth have ironworking? She needs to cut down this jungle. She does not have ironworking. She really needs to get it because she has all this jungle over here. She went for calendar, and now she's going for currency. Can you connect a jungle resource that's... I don't think you can connect it. Can you build the plantation if the jungle is there? I think you can. No, you can't? No. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, that you needed to have ironworking in addition to calendar to connect these. So she'll definitely have to head in that direction. I mean, the middle of this map is just an absolute mess right now, which is kind of what we wanted. Churchill goes hereditary rule. That's nice because he was being held back by lack of happiness. Yeah, he only had the 1 happiness resource. That's going to help him. That's part of the reason why his score is lower. Also because he doesn't have financial trait. How's Mansa doing? Mansa dropped this city relatively recently. Only hunting camps. That's right. I knew you could build something on them, but it's hunting camps can be built. All right, Elizabeth getting the... Oh, that's a good Hanging Gardens. That's a nice Hanging Garden. Look at her score jumped up almost like close to 100 points from that. It's pretty nice. I mean, she doesn't need the health from it, but getting an additional pop in each city is pretty nice there. Anyway, so these are only 2 barb cities left? Yes. Or no, never mind. There's one over here too. But this one's on a hill, so this one's going to be really hard to kill. Are we going to see Praetorians heading for these barb cities? I feel like Churchill and Augustus and Qin are headed for a clash here pretty soon. I'm just feels like they're headed for a clash relatively soon. Qin is struggling a bit here. So we really, oh, wow, look at this. A lot of border tension here. A lot of border tension. It's noteworthy that Augustus got so much of the center portion of the map. It's like Augustus and Gandhi got most of it, and then Elizabeth got a little bit. Gandhi, because he got this Barb City out of nowhere. I feel like they got, and then we'll see who gets this. Like if Qin has swords now as well, so he can definitely capture these Barb cities. They're very much available. Elizabeth going for early construction tech. What the heck? Is she plotting war with somebody? Nope, not at the moment. Maybe she just wants the bridge building. Elizabeth, you need to get iron working so you can cut down your jungle tiles. Yeah, I suspect these Barb cities are not long for this world, so I'm going to try to keep an eye on them and see who actually gets them. Oh, Elizabeth getting a great profit. She'll use that for the... She's going to use that for the Christian shrine, I suspect. And then she'll be more likely to flip into Christianity, which will be bad for her. Still, the religions have definitely been split up. So what is it? Gandhi has one. Who has the... So Elizabeth has one religion, right? Taoism's still out there. So we have Confucianism is in... we have Confucianism and Islam are over here in Mansa's territory. Buddhism's in Gandhi's territory. Wait, not Buddhism. Hinduism's in Gandhi's territory. And then Christianity. So we're still missing. So we have 4 religions. There are 2 for Mansa, 1 for Elizabeth, 1 for Gandhi. So no one has like collected an obscene amount of holy cities just yet in this game. Yeah, 2, 1, and 1. And Augustus got the mausoleum as well. That's a nice wonder. I mean, he's probably not going to get as many golden ages as some of the other leaders, but that's still a nice wonder. Just the extra turn of golden age is always nice. So this sword just killed 1 archer. Let's see if he can kill another one. Of course, that city's going to build another archer. Wait, is Gandhi going to get this Barb city? Is Gandhi going to get this one too? Yeah, as expected, she builds Church of the Nativity. Okay, she has spread her religion to 8. I suspect she's going to flip into that soon, which is probably a bad move, but maybe she could convert someone. I mean, Hinduism is just so widely spread in this game. I mean, Churchill's almost complete. I mean, Elizabeth has almost all of her cities are Hindu, so maybe it'll take a little while longer. Gandhi's just been spamming the missionaries. He's got all of Churchill converted and most of Augustus. He has a little bit of Qin converted, and then like none of Gandhi snipe coming again. This would be hilarious if, oh my god, Gandhi sniped it again. What the heck? I mean, is this even good for Gandhi? Like, doesn't this make it even more likely he's going to get involved in a war? Like, is this actually good for Gandhi? I have no idea. Oh, man. Once again, another snipe. Now, this time he actually had 3 units over here, so it wasn't quite as absurd. But still, all right, Gandhi, yeah. So you've got a city over here now, too. This is going to be completely surrounded by enemy culture, but he did get it. How about this city? All right, so some of the units are dying here, although who actually gets this city is anyone's guess. Elizabeth seems to have like an actual stack over here. Oh, wait, what's it? Oh, well, we just got our first war of the game. Okay. All right, first war of the game, Augustus against Qin. I will say that if Augustus could actually run over Qin, he could be really strong. Like if he has two spiral arms worth of territory, could be really strong. Let's look at their relative powers just for comparison. Yeah, this is why you don't want to fight Praetorians in the early game. You really don't want to be fighting Praetorians in the early game. But Qin does have most of his army over here. Still, you don't want to fight Praetorians in the early game. There's a reason why they're one of the most feared unique units. And Augustus does have construction tech. How about Qin? Does he have it as well? He does not. So this, I suspect this is kind of one-sided. He does not. I mean, he can get... Okay, so if there is one civ that can fight against Praetorians, it is China. Because the Choco News are a legit counter to Praetorians. But he does not have... problem is he does not have that yet. Where's Qin? Tech tree. I just had this. He needs metal casting and machinery if he wants to unlock Choco News. Because if the crossbows are already... Crossbows are like kind of a counter to to Praetorians. The problem there, it's a little rough though because the Praetorians are base 8 strength and they're only base 6. They do get the plus 50% against melee units, but like their base strength being lower is kind of a problem. The Choco News though, they get those extra attacks, and they get the collateral damage, right? They get the 2 first strikes and collateral damage and against melee. So these things actually do quite well. Yeah, because the crossbows get 1 first strike. They get another first strike and they collateral at the same time. Liz is 2-turning feudalism. Yeah, I mean, she's in a really strong position. She just has to avoid getting attacked, is like the one thing. And apparently Gandhi's trying to take the other Barb city too, because this city's down to just 3 units. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. But over here, we do have our actual war declaration. I mean, this is not going to fall. There's too many units in here. Granted, it doesn't have walls yet, but it is on a hill. That's too many units unless Augustus is a monster stack. Yeah, and protective too. I mean, I think the biggest thing is oh, and that's right. And Qin is also protective for his Choco News. I think that this war probably just stalemates between Augustus and Qin, or like Qin very slowly gets dragged down. But I think it's gonna like take a while. I could be wrong. I don't see an immediate conquest on either side here. That said, I could be wrong. You never know. I've certainly been pretty wrong, but I think this is more likely to stalemate, and that's probably good news for the rest of the field. Oh, the other thing, has Churchill gotten please locked with Gandhi yet? He is. Churchill's up to please lock, but it's very close because at +3 he was not pleased. Still, at the moment, Churchill would only declare war on Mansa Musa, so that's something we got to consider. He could go running cross map to fight Mansa, is a possibility. As far as our other leaders, she is not fighting. Gandhi, I would be surprised. Gandhi seems content to do cultural stuff. And Mansa, I would also be surprised. Okay, so for the moment, we just have this war. Historically accurate great general, Cao Cao ruled from somewhere near Chengdu. Nice. I don't know as much about that part of Chinese history. Okay, so that Barb city went to Qin. Is that the last Barb city? No, we have one more Barb city. Still, that's a nice pickup for him. This is one of those resource clusters. So he'll get the gold resource, which will help him a good bit. And then so we just have this Barb city here, which is seeing some attacks. But again, it's going to be tough because it's on that hill. It's going to require like a legit dedicated stack for someone to take this down, which we might see. I mean, like Elizabeth has a stack over here. She could attack it. Mansa has a stack here. Mansa could just go, like, Mansa, go take your swords and just capture this city. All right, so over here, Augustus is apparently still trying to take this. Now, there are a lot of chariots in there, and they don't get any defensive bonuses. Plus, Praetorian against chariot is just, like, laughably one-sided. Oh, hey, welcome. So it's a Korean name that's translating as Wingardium. Chengdu is the capital of Shu, enemy of Cao Cao. Okay. I just don't know as much about that era of history, I'm afraid. Maybe Churchill might attack this spot. Anyway, there are some great generals being born over here. Let's see if Augustus can take this. I mean, these are city raider Praetorians. They're going to cut through pretty much anything over there. The city is on a hill, but I mean, it's like chariot against city raider Praetorian. That's a laughable mismatch. Let's see what happens. So the city didn't fall that turn, but a lot died. Certainly a lot died. Let's see if he can keep going here. By the way, don't look now. Elizabeth is still teching away, along with Mansa. Yeah, this is not going well for old Mr. Qin over there. Those Praetorians are winning and promoting, and healing on the promote heal. Another great profit for Mansa. Jeez, Mansa. Okay, slow down over there, buddy. And these archers have taken some more damage, but are not actually dying. So I think Shandong is going to get captured here. It probably also grows to size 2, so it doesn't get auto-raised. Let's see. Yep, it managed to avoid getting auto-raised. Okay. It's a nice pickup there for Augustus. Mansa, wow, Mansa going heavy on the wonders there. And we also had Shandong getting captured. And more great generals being born. Oh, I clicked off bronze working, didn't I? Whoops, okay. I clicked off bronze working. Yeah, we're doing wheel. We're changing it up. We're researching the wheel. Observer Civ is taking a more active role this time around. Anyway, yeah, I mean, Augustus, okay, that's a nice pickup. Let's see what happened with the graphs. I suspect that he killed... All right, he didn't really kill that many Qin units, but he's pretty far ahead in power right now. China really needs to get to the Choco News. It's about the only unit that could fight. I would still get Wheel before Bismarck. Oh, Mansa just built the shrine for his minority religion, which has all of 5 cities following it. And Elizabeth built the Parthenon. So they're both in full-on wonder mode. She might be... I thought for a second when she was building those catapults, she might be thinking about fighting someone, but I guess not. Gandhi's not in we have enough on our hands already mode. They all seem content to build, so we'll just watch this war over here for right now. Now, this city, Tianjin, is actually does have walls, but Augustus has brought catapults, so you know they can take down those defenses. If Augustus breaks through here, I think the route might be on. Did Elizabeth just get the music grade? Someone just got the music grade artist. Was that Elizabeth who got it? Because yes, okay, she got the music grade artist. Can we see the Hindu shrine? I'm sure it's pretty ridiculous by this point. 36. Oh my god, 36. All right, Mansa getting the Colossus is legit a big deal. And Richmond, is that an Elizabeth city or is that an Elizabeth city or is that a Churchill city? It's an Elizabeth city. So she has 2 religions now as well. So 2 for her, 2 for Mansa. She could very much look to go culture from here. She's also building the Sistine Chapel in 9 turns. Okay. She could go culture as well, potentially. Elizabeth getting scary, yeah. So, I mean, we had this war going on over here, but I feel like the econ leaders are just going to be so strong on this map. I do worry about Mansa still being in that religion that literally no one is following. And Augustus just triggered a golden age. Okay. All right, well, Tianjin just lost its defenses, so if Praetorians run over this city this turn, it's going to go ugly for Qin. Let's see. Not on that turn, but a chariot is top defender, and that's never a good sign. Looks like they both lost a decent amount. As great scientists are born elsewhere. Well, keep an eye, keep watching this. Looks like it's a lot of units on both sides dying. I mean, it looks like it went better. So Augustus Caesar built... Okay, that wonder's not that useful for him, Shwedagon. Because he's probably just going to be in theocracy anyway. I mean, I see more Roman units alive, so I think it's better. Augustus is going to be able to promote heal a lot of these units. Some of his Praetorians are going to be able to be City Raider 3, so I think he is going to capture that. And yes, this Barb City is still alive. It's not a lot left. There's 4 archers. Mansa looks like he's probably going to get it because he's brought an actual stack over here. We'll check in on that as soon as we find out what happens at Tianjin. Yep. All right. Now Qin is really in trouble because he just had both of his border cities get taken by Augustus. Elizabeth's going to have a shrine for her minority religion too. This is going to be a problem for Qin. I think he's in real danger here of just getting absolutely run out of this game by Augustus because he just took both border cities. And like if he can muscle his way through the border cities, I'm not sure there's that much left to stop him. Anyway, so yeah, there's also this Barb City over here. Gandhi's Horse Archer, could he be sending? No, he still has We Won't Betray Our Close Friends. Who can Gandhi attack? Actually, Gandhi is please locked with everyone on the map. He's at 0 with Mansa, but he won't declare war at pleased. So Mansa's about the only one who really doesn't like people. Although other people don't hate him as much. Elizabeth's pleased with him. Gandhi's pleased. Interesting. This answers the alternate history question of China versus Rome. I mean, they're so far apart from one another. They could have never had any meaningful conflict with each other. I don't suppose Mansa's plotting anything, or Elizabeth. Nope, she's not plotting war. I mean, her best move is probably not plotting war. Let's watch the Barb City and see if Mansa can capture this. Or if, like, Elizabeth sneaks in and steals this or something. Well, apparently the archers just killed everything. That Mansa stack died trying to take the city. Churchill started gold. Wait, does she has a size 20 capital? What? She has a size 20 capital. We're on turn 136. Her capital's size 20. What? And just built, and she's about to build Sistine, which we know is the best wonder for cultural victory. Okay. Could still get bigger. This ranks pretty highly on the Ottawa scale if we're using the Realms Beyond Pit Boss old terminology. That's a pretty nice city over there. Anyway, so Augustus is still rebuilding his stack. I'll keep the focus on this Barb city just for the moment. Let's see if somebody can sneak in here. Just the problem is this city's on a hill, so it's really hard to take it. But these archers are only on 1.8 health. I mean, I don't think that this city falls. If like either Mansa or Elizabeth would just walk their main stacks over here. Ottawa was a capital that Commodore had in one of the early Pit Boss games, and it was like this insane size 30 city or something like that. It's the reference that we use for someone who has this like an insane capital. It was a while. This was like over 10 years ago. It's kind of an obscure reference. All right. Yeah, this city... Still, look at this archer. This Barb archer has 17 out of 26. Elizabeth just built Sistine, and she got the shrine for her minority religion. She might very well go... now, no city has this other than Richmond itself. But she might very well go for the cultural victory. I'm kind of curious if Churchill will go to war with somebody, because he's the other... The only person he'd fight, though, is Mansa Musa, so like he might just be stuck please locked. Anyway, Augustus had time to rebuild his stack, so he's going to move it forward, but it looks like Qin's going to slam a stack into it as well, and it looks like Qin actually won that clash between the two of them, although I think it was largely just big losses on both. Jesus, Elizabeth, slow down, girl. Just like every wonder getting knocked. Yeah, Augustus is clearly winning this war. It's more a question of whether someone would want to intervene. And which city is Gepid? That's the last. That's a Gandhi. Okay, so Gandhi gets his third religion. So we have 3-2-2 on the holy cities. Oh, wait a minute. That was that the philosophy religion? Or no, do we have 2-2-2 for the religions? Yeah, that was... Okay, no, it's 2-2-2. Divine Right's still available. That's right. Well, if you're wondering why did it pop up here, this city did not have a religion. I'm sure every other one of Gandhi's cities already has a religion present, so that's why it popped up there, even though it seems like a bizarre spot for religion to pop up. So we might see a whole bunch of leaders all going for cultural victory on this map because so many holy cities are been taken. Like it's not one leader who has all the holy cities. It's been split pretty evenly. Yeah, so Augustus got pushed back there. Qin at least temporarily shoved him back. And he is getting feudalism, so he'll have longbow defenses, which are... Praetorians have a lot more trouble getting through longbows. I mean, with catapults, all things are possible, but still, it's a little bit trickier. All right, over here, Churchill looks like he's going to take this city because he brought a full stack over to this city. I don't know quite what to make of that. Does the city of Reading have a library? I don't know. Let's see, this Barb city should get captured. If Churchill gets this, though, it's just going to be completely crushed by everybody's nearby culture, so it's not really going to be that useful. I think it ultimately goes maybe to Mansa. We'll have to see how the borders fill in here. So the Barbs have finally disappeared from the map. Anyway, there's certainly no lack of border tension on this map. Elizabeth is really flying through the tech tree here. Although Gandhi is on paper. Mansa wants optics. Interesting. All right, here comes the next stack moving forward here. I do wonder if this maybe brings Churchill into conflict with Mansa, because Churchill and Mansa... Churchill can only fight Mansa currently. Like, that's the only person he can attack because he's please locked with everyone else. So I do wonder if that, like, now that he actually has border tension with Churchill, if that could be a possibility. Oh, yeah, he might want optics for Wales. That's possible. Or he just really, really wants to build caravels. Still, for the moment, we only have this Mansa's worst enemy is Qin. Yeah, why has Mansa not tried to vulture some territory off Qin as well? One Churchill to the funniest thing. I mean, at the moment, Churchill has kind of not done a whole lot in this game. So anyway, here comes the Romans. They're still pushing forward. This Mansa built University of Sancor. I mean, Elizabeth's already on guilds. Like, she's actually not that far away. We're not even to turn 150 yet here. She's going to have rifles on, like, turn 175. All right, let's see. Did he bring catapults? Yes, he did. It's going to be hard to break that city, though, because it is on a hill and it's got long... Geez, the number of wonders falling in this game is insane. Going to be tough to break this city, but if Augustus brings enough units, he might be able to do it. I mean, he does have catapults, so catapults are pretty good units. We'll just do a quick check-in to see if anyone's plotting war. All right, Elizabeth is content not to. By the way, we're still at 1 war. Still at 1. Oh, okay. Mansa's in we have enough on our hands already mode. Okay. Well, he can't attack. Well, he can attack anyone. I mean, Qin is the most likely target for him. But he could attack anyone. I mean, he could attack Elizabeth. They certainly have border tension. It's just Qin is probably the most likely. I mean, he could attack Augustus if he wanted to. Because he has border tension with him, too. So Mansa is plotting war. And then Churchill is not. Okay. Churchill already gave away the city. Oh, he did. He gave it back to... yeah, he gave it to Mansa, which I think makes sense. But a nice pickup for Mansa to get a city like that. I mean, part of the reason why Elizabeth is so strong is look at the size of her cities. She has like size 20 plus cities everywhere. Really crazy. No one else has cities that are anywhere close to that size. I mean, I guess Augustus is the closest. Never mind. Churchill has a size 19 city for his capital. All right. Well, we'll keep watching this siege for the time being. We'll just keep an eye on Mansa to see where his stack might be building, to see who he might be interested in attacking. If he attacks Elizabeth, it's going to be a stalemate between the two of them, and that would be really good for Gandhi. If he attacks Qin, then it will just hasten the departure of the Chinese leader. I think he's got his stack building here, so that, I mean, that could be going to a lot of places, let's be honest. That could be headed in a lot of directions. Anyway. Let's see. So Xi'an has lost all of its cultural defenses, and there are maces incoming. Not that maces are that much better than Praetorians. Wow, that's a big stack. 39 units. You know, I thought Qin would be okay because he has longbows, but 39 units is 39 units. What's the saying? Quantity has a quality all of its own. Let's see. Oh, God. That was not good for China. Can Gandhi still win without these wonders? I mean, he can, but it's going to require the other leaders to like get tied up in warring. So it's not impossible. All right, Augustus going free religion's noteworthy too, because that can shift up the diplomacy a little bit. All right. I mean, he's in a war right now, but like now he doesn't like Gandhi, whereas before he loved Gandhi. Interestingly enough, he's still pleased with Elizabeth. He's pleased with Mansa. But he is no longer pleased locked with Churchill. Now, of course, he's in a war right now, but he's no longer pleased locked with Churchill. Interesting, interesting. Churchill is still pleased locked with him, but just barely. Churchill can still only plot with Mansa right now. Mansa is actually pleased with Augustus now, but Gandhi is dead when this is over. I mean, this city of Gepid is not what he wants here. Definitely not what he wants. All right, so yeah, Augustus has now taken the score lead as a result of this. He's definitely picking up more territory. Shwedabagan Payam going to Augustus might be the most significant wonder build of the game. Interesting. You know, I thought that wouldn't be relevant, but I didn't count on him going free religion like that. I didn't count on that. Gandhi is still the most cultured religion, for what that's worth. So yeah, and I'm also still trying to figure out where Mansa is planning on going with this war plotting. He has a big stack over here. Is he planning on going after Elizabeth? I mean, he could. Question is how long until Elizabeth goes for like red coats. If she goes for them quickly, could be bad for Mansa. She already has the entire medieval era, so she's free to go into the Renaissance. And then Mansa is very comparable, though for some reason he skipped alphabet tech. They're pretty comparable. He's going for economics though, which interestingly enough obsoletes castles and also puts him right there at liberalism. So we just have to wait and see what Mansa is planning to do. I mean, again, Churchill, I keep expecting Churchill to do something, and he keeps kind of not doing something. He's just kind of been inert in this game. Yeah, I mean, he just seems content to stay back there. All right, Lizzie just triggered the Golden Age. And Gandhi, all right, Gandhi gets the last religion from Divine Right. So he has 3. Elizabeth has 2. Mansa has 2. So there's certainly a potential for any or all of them to go for a cultural victory. It's in the potential cards. Meanwhile, Augustus is still carving up Qin over here. Like, if you're curious about the power graphs, yeah, it's not close. Augustus is here and Qin is down here. He's definitely carving his way right through them. So at some point he'll wrap this up and then he'd be free to enter another word. Also has knights now, so that's kind of scary. Very, very good unit. It is a little bit scary for the rest of the field that Elizabeth has not been conquering anyone and her score is still comparable to Augustus. Probably not great for the rest of the field. She's now on education as well. I wonder if either her or Mansa goes for liberalism. Oh, they're both going for economics, but Mansa's going to get their turn at first. Both going for economics. They're just flying through the tech tree. Again, we're on turn 155 here. And they're already... Yeah, so the Great Merchant has not quite been claimed. Mansa's going to get it on this turn. Churchill got a Great Engineer. We get a Beaker Tech? Sure, we can check to see. Mansa... Now, remember, Elizabeth's in a golden age, so keep that in mind. Mansa's at 665. He also can tick up the slider if he wants. Elizabeth's at 801. Of course, she's also running... additional gold for upgrades, I guess. Augustus at 385. Gandhi's at 500. Churchill's at 379. And Qin's at 160. Yeah, Qin is in a lot of trouble. Qin is in dying mode at the moment. So yeah, Mansa just got the great merchant as Lizzie picks up gunpowder. Liberalism's right there if someone wants to grab it. They both have a shot at it. All right, the Doom stack is moved forward and now it's going for Guangzhou. And there are trebs in this stack to take down the city defenses. Augustus is being very methodical with this conquest. Continuing to take one city after another. Well, there's Mansa's corresponding golden age. He just went into free market. All right, so he is keeping pace with Elizabeth here, certainly. Two of them are both in golden ages. So we'll continue to watch Guangzhou over here. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Perna Jewel, I hope I've gotten that name right. Can we compare Mansa's GA tech rate? Sure. What was that? Elizabeth, oh wow, Elizabeth is the first to liberalism. Okay. What did she take with it, just out of curiosity? Nationalism? She took nationalism with it. Okay, not a humongous prize, but she does have gunpowder, so she's really not... Now she'll probably build Taj, though, as a result, and she'll get another golden age, too. Yeah, who gets the golden age from that? I mean, yeah, there's the Taj, 6 turns. So, yeah, that's actually, yeah, it's a big prize. I meant that it wasn't like a really expensive tech in terms of beakers, but yeah, Taj is a very valuable prize. All right, Mansa's at 912. With his golden age, and Elizabeth's at 1,000. Okay, yeah, they're very, very close between the two of them. And then Augustus is not that close, yeah. Did she just one turn? Yeah, she kind of one turned liberalism. I guess she had enough overflow that she could one turn it. And we kind of have like two entirely separate games over here. We have one game where Augustus is like fighting and conquering, and then we have like this pure econ race between Elizabeth and Mansa over on the other side. Is Mansa still plotting war? No, he canceled his war plotting. Okay. Elizabeth is not plotting war. Is this game going to end with like 2 war declarations? Yeah, he's not plotting war either. Okay. Like, are you guys going to do something? I mean, he's not plotting war. Okay. Well, I'm glad Augustus is in the game, so like stuff is actually happening on the map. But yeah, Augustus seems like he's ripping right through... what's left of Qin, who's already lost close to half of his territory. I'm just surprised that no one else is like jumping in here to take some other territory. I guess it's because... Oh, there we go. And now the danger begins. Elizabeth converts to Christianity. That is the danger for her. Very, very dangerous now. Churchill is still pleased with her, interestingly enough. So where is this up? Let's see. Mansa goes to cautious. Actually, everyone is still pleased with her, aside from Mansa, who is already able to declare war at pleased. So that didn't hurt her as much as I thought it would. Gandhi still is pleased locked. Churchill still pleased locked. Augustus is still pleased locked. Huh. Map is too big. Econ civs are too big by default. Maybe. But I think that part of the reason why we're seeing this is there are so many econ civs on the map. We have Elizabeth and Mansa and Gandhi. I really think if we had a different mix of leaders, you wouldn't be seeing anything like this. I think it's largely the mix of the leaders on here. The only relevant potential enemy is Augustus. Maybe. I think that the map is just looking like a pure econ fest because there's so many econ leaders. And like Churchill, And the other thing is the whole world has been mostly one religion the whole game too. Plus we have leaders like Churchill who are please locked with most of the field. That's what's making it into such a pure econ game. I don't think it's necessarily the map. I think it's just the leaders in the game and the conditions of Gandhi's Hinduism being super dominant has caused the map to be very peaceful. Like, look at the map. Like, look at this border tension, right? Look at the center of this map. You can't tell me that this is not a powder keg just waiting to happen. Like, you can't, you're like, oh, the map's too big. There's no, like, no one fights each other. I mean, look at this. I don't think it's the map that's the problem here, you guys. Yeah. Did I manage to curse Mansa this game? The Barb City Rays definitely hurt him. I mean, we can always use this map on another season and see what it looks like outside the conditions of this game. Did Chin actually manage to kill part of that stack there? I mean, it feels a little bit like this is just a sideshow though. Just because the tech race that's going on between Elizabeth, Mansa, and to a lesser extent Gandhi is kind of out of control here. Yeah, it looks like it looks like Augustus actually did get a bit of a bloody nose there. I'm a little surprised that since nobody really likes, I guess Elizabeth just finished Taj. Yeah, there it is. How far has she managed to spread that Christianity at this point? Because she does have the shrine for it. 21 cities, that's pretty respectable. It's letting her run. I mean, she can basically run 100% on the slider if she wants. And then this city has not really spread yet. So Augustus is still trying to do his thing. The problem for Chin, though, is like he's not really researching, so he's falling really far behind in tech because he's having to put everything into fighting this war. Augustus is going military tradition, so that'll be cuirassiers if he gets gunpowder. And Gandhi is still in this game, but does not turn on the slider or anything like that. So Beijing, is this a stack? No, okay. Yeah, Augustus is going to need to rebuild his stack because what he has up there is nowhere close to enough to take this city. But yeah, it's definitely been like a real race. Mansa's shrine is pretty, I think he has about 25 cities with Islam in them. 26, wow, that was a good guess. And then he has the shrine for his other religion too, over here in Gao with 8. So his shrines are pretty comparable to Elizabeth. I think they're a little bit better. Yeah, so for the moment, this war seems to have stalled. Although Chin is in a lot of trouble. Mansa's the first one to go to democracy, though, so he might be able to get Statue of Liberty, which is, of course, a big wonder to pick up. Elizabeth doesn't have that, right? She didn't grab that yet. No, she did not. She went down the corporation line. I'm curious where she goes next. It looks like Elizabeth and Mansa are going to get rifling tech before anyone can seriously threaten them. She just one-turned something. Unless she was in Anarchy that turn, but I don't think so. Isn't she in a Golden Age? She must have one-turned something. All right, here's the new Augustus. No, never mind. Okay, he's building a new stack, and he does have cuirassiers. Cuirassiers are, of course, going to be much better at dealing with longbows than their predecessors. And Augustus might be going for rifling here. Because he's on printing press. Yep, he's going for rifling. How about Elizabeth? She has not queued up anything past printing press. We'll see how long she ignores rifling tech. As we continue to fly through the tech tree in this game. No, she went for scientific method. It's good for her she's not in a war right now. Augustus, though, going for the early rifling is a very bad sign for Chin. I mean, Augustus could potentially run over. Like, he's only pleased with Mansa and Elizabeth. He is not pleased with Gandhi. Not pleased with Gandhi at all. So, yeah, that could be a problem for Gandhi later on. We'll see. I think it's a problem for anyone who might potentially be caught up in a war with him, because he is definitely the strongest in terms of, like, pure military might. That's a pretty good stack. Does he have any siege in here, though? I don't even know what Elizabeth's researching, because she's just flying through the tech tree so fast. We can't even see what she's researching, because she's one-turning so many techs. 1,200 beakers. Mansa, I mean, Mansa's keeping dead on, keeping pace, though. 1,300 to 1,200. So they are absolutely flying through the tech tree, the two of them. Augustus would need to kill at least 2 other leaders, it's true. Yeah, Augustus is pleased with Churchill. I'm very disappointed in Churchill. He's been so inert in this game. He's just done. It's like he's not even in the game. I mean, he's now dropped down to cautious with Elizabeth, so he could. I mean, but he has like very little reason to fight her. That's his problem. Is the people he'd want to fight are Gandhi and he'd want to fight Gandhi and Augustus, but like he's please locked with both of them. Although he's barely with Augustus, he's only +2. But like all the people he wants to fight, he's please locked with. So that's why part of the reason why he's done very little in this game. But yeah, anyway, there goes Augustus with rifling. Is Mansa building Statue of Liberty? I don't see him building it. Interesting. Does present an opportunity for either Gandhi or Elizabeth to build it. It would probably be more valuable for Elizabeth because she's got the Sistine Chapel. All right. Did Augustus remember to bring siege? Well, defensive packs could do. No, he didn't. He did not remember to bring siege, so he just attacked into this city on a hill with 60% defenses. Buddy, why? Why did you not? Why did you not bring siege? Just knock down. If he just knocks down the walls, he'd capture this easily. But instead, he decided to charge his cuirassiers right into the city at 60% defenses on a hill. Which, I mean, if he's about to unlock cavalry, so that might actually work. But it's not a good idea. And everybody else seems content to just sit back and tech. I guess he didn't lose that much power from it. I think a lot of them had flanking promotions, and a lot of the cuirassiers retreated, but Augustus fell below Mansa. Yeah, he's actually all the way down to 3rd in score because these other leaders are going through the tech tree so quickly. Why is Chin building an archer? I don't know. Is that even possible? I thought once you had longbows unlocked, you couldn't build archers again. I'm not quite sure how that's possible. Anyway, though, wait. Why is Elizabeth on 4 turns for physics? It's not that expensive of a tech. Is she doing something weird? No, okay. Maybe she didn't have any overflow or something. So we're just continuing to watch the only war that has happened in this game. We're still at 1 war. If you have no machinery or no iron. Ah, okay. Wait, he doesn't have machinery or iron? He must not have one of those two. He must have machinery by now. I guess he doesn't have iron? Okay. I guess so. Yeah, he doesn't have iron. I guess if wherever his iron resource was, it got pillaged. It's right here. It's 2 tiles from the capital, but it got pillaged. Yeah. Well, I don't know if we're going to get to the 9 wars I picked. I thought it would be a little higher than the 1 we've had so far. Mansa going uni suffrage. Okay. So even though Augustus is way stronger than Chin, he's kind of stalled out here. There's our first emancipation set up. It's actually pretty close between Elizabeth and Mansa here. I think Elizabeth got the great scientist. Yeah, there's the great scientist because she was the first to physics. All right. Did you remember to bring some kind of siege unit with you? No. Again, Augustus is not bringing any siege units. I mean, eventually he'll just get frigates and shoot down the... eventually he'll just get frigates and shoot down the defenses that way. But it's certainly not going very well thus far. Cuirassiers are much better units than longbows, but they're not going to work if you just slam them in without knocking the defenses down first. Anyway, we should at least check to see if anyone is plotting war. Oh! We have enough on our hands right now from Elizabeth. Okay. Not from Gandhi. Not from Mansa. And not from... Okay, well, who does she dislike? Now, she can plot it pleased, but if I had to guess, I'd say it might be Gandhi, because she has a lot of border tension with him. But she can plot it pleased. I will say that if she gets rifling tech here and hits with redcoats and... Is she going for... Okay, she's going to have rifles and calves and redcoats. That could be pretty ugly if it's Gandhi and he's just got longbows. Interesting. Liz from the top rope, maybe. Let's see. I mean, Augustus already has calves and rifles. You can see them riding in. Maybe they'll have more luck if he bothers. If he bothers to ever knock down the defenses in this city. He's been stymied here for ages. I mean, the power disparity is like enormous between these two. Yeah, see, that's a huge huge gap between them. You'd think that he'd be able to polish this off, especially with rifles against whatever medieval stuff Qin has. But if you just never build siege units, you can still lose if you're that dumb. Elizabeth is apparently doing a civic swap this turn. There are a lot of units in there. Okay, big swap. Oh, she went free religion. That's probably a good sign for her. Probably boosts her relation. Yeah, now she's back to please locked with Churchill again. Yeah, it actually boosted her relations with almost everybody. Still pleased with Churchill, and Gandhi's please locked with her. Now she's pleased with everybody except Qin, although she was already plotting war before this. Of course, if Elizabeth goes off fighting and that slows down her teching, that could be good for Mansa. If he just continues to stay purely on the tech route. All right. Yeah, so far, Augustus is still struggling to break through here. Buddy, build siege. Get some siege units. It's not that hard. Just build like 10 catapults. They'll take out the defenses in like 5 turns. No, not Scipio Africanus. He keeps sending his... he keeps sending his cats over here. I mean, this city would be very easy to capture. You could just walk right here. Anyway. Well, Elizabeth, yeah, she's building up her forces here. She certainly will not lack for gold to upgrade. So it looks like she is targeting Gandhi. All right, well, Beijing now has... Okay, Beijing looks like it's finally going to fall to this. Mansa built the Kremlins. That means he has communism. Tech. Gandhi definitely does not have rifles. He has very studiously avoided rifling tech so far. So I think that the dam is about to burst here. As Gandhi does the big civic swap. And that Augustus is finally going to break through this city in the near future. Yeah, there's very little left. Yeah, okay. I think he's finally going to get this city after being stuck here for ages. So is Elizabeth upgrading? Yeah, she's running 50% gold to up. Wow, she's doing steam power in 3 turns. And Gandhi just did Statue of Liberty. Where did he build? Oh, they built that in the capital. Okay, I mean, Gandhi has a lot of wonders. Well, if Liz goes in, I think she will have success. It's just how quickly she can do it is another question. She could... I don't know. We'll see. The game hopefully gets... I mean, I'd like to see it just because it makes the game more interesting. I don't believe there are any defensive packs yet. All right, Augustus has nearly killed this city. There's almost nothing left in here. No one has a defensive pact, right? I don't think there are any. No, I don't see any. We would have gotten the announcement. Are we finally going to have war number 2 soon? This very, very slow war. And Mansa also has picked up rifling. All right, there we go. Finally. We finally had Augustus take this city, which he's been battering down for like 25 turns now. So Mansa will also have like real units. He's not plotting wars yet. And Gandhi's going military science, which is grenadiers. I mean, Elizabeth is certainly building up some rather large stacks here. This city is completely helpless, as doesn't even control its own first ring. Anyway, we'll continue to watch the one war that's actually going on right now. Lizzie going the 1300 AD railroad. Yep. She's going to have steel, so she'll have cannons if she goes in as well, instead of having to rely on catapults. But Mansa still might... Mansa, if he just stays purely focused on tech and ignores everything else, he might be able to get over the finish line first in this game. All right, is Churchill plotting on anyone? He's still doing... Okay, Churchill, why were you even in this game? Couldn't we have gotten a more interesting leader instead of you? Like, why are you even in this game? Don't tell me this guy's a good leader. I mean, he's like middle of the pack. He's not one of the worst leaders for AI Survivor, but he's not good. Yeah, Mansa going free religion is noteworthy as well. Now almost, look at all the pleased faces on here. Now Churchill's please locked with everyone, so he can't do anything. Gandhi's please locked with everybody. And Augustus is please locked with everyone except Gandhi and Qin, but Qin is probably not going to be around too much longer. Mansa, of course, can plot it pleased, so he could attack. But yeah, so many people... Would Vicky have been any different? Maybe. Victoria can plot it pleased, so maybe that would have been... Victoria would have been, I think, a bit different. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities left up here. Yeah, Churchill's good in ugly games where like the tech pace is really slow. He struggles when it's a faster tech pace. Okay, apparently there was a separate attack over here. And Macau is actually the capital. Interesting. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 cities left. The Great Lighthouse is here, but I don't know if Augustus has corporation yet to obsolete that. No, he doesn't have corporation, so he's getting the Great Lighthouse benefit, and he has a lot of coastal cities. Actually has 5 trade routes in his coastal cities right now. He has a lot of them. That's definitely helping keep his economy afloat. All right. Again, we continue watching this because it's still the only war, still the only war that's taking place in this game. Since Qin does not appear that he's going to get to rifles, there's not a lot that he can do against. I mean, it's cavalry against longbows. There's an axe defending this city. Like, come on, this is a joke. Why are there 6 catapults running around in the open, guarded by 1 spear? The Cavs could actually hit that stack and flank it, but I think they're just attacking Chengdu instead. The Romans are a threat to you. I don't know about us all. Like, this stack, as soon as it gets to Chengdu, will just kill everything inside. If Liz is planning on attacking, she should probably do so soon. She is going to be up against Grenadiers, but at some point, Gandhi's going to pick... He's about to get a railroad for machine guns, so that'll definitely make things tougher. Although her power is absolutely skyrocketing right now, although Mansa's is going up too. Gandhi's is not. Churchill... Did he get... I guess he got redcoats as well. Yeah, that little spike was when he got redcoats. Still, we'll keep watching the ongoing destruction of China before anything else. Is Liz still plotting? I mean, I'm pretty sure she is because her power is spiking. Yeah. I mean, she's building... When the AI is like building military in every city like this, it's usually a sign. She is going hardcore on the military. Whereas Mansa's still on infrastructure. All right. I don't know where this stack is going. Is there another stack over here? Yes, there is. Another one over here by Macau. So that city should probably fall. Yep. As Augustus is still winding this down. By the way, the score is really close between these leaders too. Note that somehow Gandhi is now second in score. I guess he's just built enough wonders and has enough tech that he's getting there. All right, so that's a double capture. Okay, yeah. Not much left now. Disappointed in Mansa that he didn't try to jump into this war and grab some additional territory for himself. I think he could have done that pretty easily. All right, Gandhi now has gone free religion as well, so he loses the shared faith bonus. So Churchill is no longer please-locked with Gandhi. He can actually plot against Gandhi if he wanted to. I don't know if that would be the right idea or not, but he could. Gandhi could technically plot war, but he's Gandhi, so he's not going to. I do wonder that Elizabeth might have waited too long to start this war, and like Gandhi's had enough time to tech up to stronger units. I mean, is she still plotting war? She certainly cranked out enough units. It says she still is. She certainly cranked out enough. There's like cavalry everywhere. Well, there's still time. Although as the AIs get into the industrial era, the total time in this game, I don't think this game is going to make it to turn 315, which was my prediction. Doesn't Liz have cannons? Yes, she does. She's just founded Mining Inc. as well. Okay, well, she won't lack for production then. Anyway, Qin will not be with us much longer. We'll do our we'll wait until Qin is gone and then do our overview. I know it's turn 200, but Qin is probably less than 5 turns remaining to live in this game. We're also a ways away from bronze working because we are working on the wheel for a while. As you guys pointed out, the Observer Civ. So no congrats on bronze working on turn 201 as usual. All right, I suspect Shanghai is going to fall, and then there's just how long until it takes Nanjing to disappear here. Feels like this war has been going on forever, and that's because it has been going on forever. I'm just still impressed at how close it is in score between Elizabeth, Gandhi, and Mansa Musa. Gandhi just getting a golden age. He'll jump in front of Elizabeth again. He's probably going to turn on... He might well turn on the slider and go for culture soon. Elizabeth's about to... Is she seriously 2-turning assembly line? That's wild. And Augustus just triggers a golden age with his huge empire. Oh, going police state, not as good. I don't think he really needs to go police state. Maybe he has. Oh, I guess he has. Oh, he doesn't have emancipation. That's what's killing him. He has tons of emancipation unhappiness. That's what's killing him. Look at that. 7 on emancipation unhappiness faces. And significant war weariness, too. Well, he'll be out of the war weariness soon enough. And then his cities will be out from under that. All right, there we go. So we did not have a none result on first to die. Augustus does take over another arm of the spiral here. And Qin is first to die, as was widely predicted. So let's go ahead and fill this in. As expected, Qin is first to die on turn 203. Championship, turn 203. Augustus picks up yet another kill. Been a good season for Augustus. Now, we put this in our contest. So Qin was picked by about 3/4 of the people. So that's a lot of points for everybody. So that's probably good for Haphazard, who is leading our contest, as long as he picked, which I suspect he did. Haphazard did pick Qin, so that's good because it means it's harder for people to catch up. Okay, he has Gandhi to win this game. If Gandhi wins this game, he will definitely win the overall picking contest. And then in fantasy, so Qin goes out first. That's 2 points for Bellamorph. It gets him to 18. And then the kill goes to Augustus. So that is a kill. That is a point for Henrik. So look at how close this is in our fantasy contest. We have scores of 23, 22, another 22, and 2 20s. So I do think it's going to come down to who actually just wins the game. Because, like, whichever one of these leaders wins, that person probably takes the contest. This is going to be really, really close here to see. All right, we'll go back then to our normal window. Really good stuff. All right. So I'm a little surprised Qin lasted as long as he did. And pretty much everything went to Augustus. Like, pretty much no one else got anything from that war. So let's do next turn. Gotta go. Thanks for dropping in, Minkar. Yeah, fantasy, it's been really close this year. Like the first 2 times we did the fantasy contest, it was kind of a blowout. It's been really close this year. Now Elizabeth's building the factories, and Mansa's about to get the factories too. They're like very, very close here. Gandhi's going to get mass media. So let's do a check-in here. Oh, wait. Great General. I was like, wait, did Elizabeth fight someone? But no, she just finished fascism, so she got the Great General from that. All right, in terms of wars, a lot of pleased faces on here. A lot of pleased faces. Augustus and Gandhi and Churchill all cannot declare war at pleased, so there's not much they can do. Gandhi can't declare war. Churchill can with Mansa and Gandhi, and then Augustus can with Gandhi, and that's it. So Gandhi has stepped on a lot of toes. I think Gandhi's in some real danger here because Elizabeth might be plotting against him, and I think Augustus absolutely would want to. I mean, the problem for Gandhi is this city here, Gepid. I mean, it's just in the middle of Churchill's territory, and I suspect he will not like that. In terms of mass media, for all the pleased faces, no one's going to vote for anyone else in the UN, so we're not likely to get a UN exit right now. Elizabeth is... She has canceled her war plotting. She's canceled her war plotting, so she's not going to declare war. Okay. Noteworthy. Mansa was never plotting at all. So Augustus is currently not. And Churchill is not. Okay. Well, so I guess Elizabeth gave up the war plot. I mean, she built an awful lot of military, so she clearly was planning on it. Like, look at all this military she built, but then she just stopped. I mean, I guess she has enough to be safe now, but it's also possible she was plotting against Qin. That could be true as well. But she stopped, so... Okay. Might have been plotting versus Qin. Will we end with 1 war? I mean... I wouldn't think so. I guess we'll see. It still continues to be a real race here. Also, the question is, will anyone look to go for culture here? Because so far, no one has turned on the slider. At least so far. In terms of actual culture, no one's that close, but that's because we're still only just hit turn 200. Like, Mansa doesn't even have a city to... How about Gandhi's third city is Madras? How fast is he going for these? Where's Madras? It's got to be one of his core cities, right? Oh, here. Did he use a culture bomb up here? Yeah, he used a culture bomb here, didn't he? So that's not a good city to look at. What's his second city then? Bombay. I mean, he's not close to a cultural victory right now. We'll have to wait and see if he turns on the slider. With the way they're moving through the tech tree, this might be a game where we see spaceship finish before culture, just because everybody's blowing through the spaceship at such, or the tech tree so quickly. But we'll see if someone stops and turns the slider on. Yeah, Madras is only on there because it had a he obviously put a culture bomb in there. Elizabeth looks like she's struggling a bit with healthiness. Oh, look at all these great people. A lot of great people she's running in that city. Get some more health. So anyway, Augustus definitely has the most territory. We can do the full graphs. We didn't actually look at the full graphs. So GMP, it's pretty close again between Gandhi. Gandhi was in a golden age. Gandhi, Elizabeth, Mansa. It looks like Augustus is further behind production. Elizabeth and... Okay, so Augustus is spiked as his cities came out of resistance. You also see the factory production from Elizabeth and Mansa going up there. Food, they're all pretty close. For some reason, Elizabeth is having some issues there. Augustus is tops because he has so much more territory. He's tops in power as well. Been through Nottingham, can confirm the health situation. In terms of beaker count right now, Mansa's at 1,300. Although he's running high gold on the slider, though. Elizabeth's at 1,600, also running high gold on the slider. Augustus at 900. Gandhi at 2,000. He's 100% research. 2,100 beakers per turn, and he's making 340. He's plus 250 gold per turn at 0% gold. That's insane. He has 65 cities on his shrine. Oh my god. Oh my god. So he can just run 100% research the entire game if he wants to. He is in a golden age, to be fair. That's still wild, though. I still think Gandhi's in some trouble, though, because, I mean, look at the Diplo situation. The only one Churchill can attack is Gandhi. The only one Augustus can attack is Gandhi. I just don't know if he can make it the whole game without one of them attacking him. Like, we just should check in on Augustus periodically. I mean, he's not plotting war right now. Churchill has done nothing the entire game. Oh, Churchill's plotting war. He's finally going to do something. There's only one person he can plot with. I don't know if that's going to go very well, but apparently he's going to try it. Mansa just went free religion. I thought he was already in free religion. Anyway, apparently Churchill's going to try it. Or so it seems. Didn't everyone in Playoff 3 still have medieval units? Yes, they did. Elizabeth's about to unlock tanks. Augustus was in a golden age. That's right. And Mansa got the Pentagon shortly before Elizabeth. I'm just waiting to see if we're ever going to see some conflict here. We're still on one war. Kind of wild. But Gandhi does look like he's probably going to have to fight a war here. Although I don't think it's going to go well for Churchill if he does attack. I mean, Gandhi's stronger than him, but like not so much stronger than him. Well, Churchill did go to theocracy, burning an anarchy turn in the process. And of course, there's always the possibility that crazy spy stuff causes people to go to war with each other too. Yeah, there's still that zero. The close borders cause tension is definitely there. I mean, it's still close. Look how close the score is. Gandhi, Augustus, Elizabeth, Mansa are all very close on score. I think Elizabeth is slightly ahead, but it's very close. I guess people were right about how peaceful... Yeah, I thought the game would be a little bit more conflict than this. There's just so much border tension. But, so far it hasn't manifested itself in more than one war. I thought some other people would attack a Chin. I mean, the thing that happened is we had a bunch of people pleas locked with each other, and Gandhi's religion being so widely spread kept people from declaring war too. It's like the combination of the worldwide Hinduism plus peaceful leaders plus getting locked in pleas status. Yeah, Elizabeth is not going for culture because she would have turned on the slider if she were going for... I just think that because we're so early, like there just hasn't been enough turns for the culture to build up. I think that this literally might be a game where space is faster than culture. Even though that seems really weird. All right. Is Churchill going to start this war? He is researching artillery. I mean, he's got his stack here. Are you still plotting war, bud? Apparently you are. How about Augustus? He's the other one who's most likely to. So we're just waiting to see. It's kind of a fast game as we go through these turns very quickly. It's still better than last year's game. Last year's game I couldn't do a very good cast on because unfortunately the day before we did the season 7 championship, I actually caught COVID, which was the first and thankfully only time I've caught that. And I felt really bad while I was doing the cast. I was very lethargic and sluggish doing the cast, but I had to just do my best to get through it. Thankfully, nothing. Oh, there we go. There's the war declaration. But I got through it, but I didn't do a very good job, and the game was not that interesting either. All right, there we go. There's our war declaration. War number 2. 2 wars. All right, let's go ahead and fill that in. A whole 2. I feel like I'm the count. 1, 2, 2 wars. All right, this, I mean, is this going to go well for Churchill? Probably not, but at least this gives us something else to see. I mean, he's going to take his first shot here. He does have a lot. Okay, well, now that it's late enough in the game, we can do the unit score comparison. So Gandhi has 112 units, and Churchill has 134. Okay, so Churchill has more units, but he's definitely behind in tech. If you're curious about what they have, Gandhi, wow, is about to enter the modern. He's about to enter the modern age. I mean, he has tanks and planes. He has bombers if he wants to use them. Churchill does not have. Churchill's not as far behind as I thought, but oh, he doesn't have infantry and factories. That's a big gap. And of course, he doesn't have tanks and he doesn't have planes. That's yeah, he's a full generation behind. This is unlikely to go well for him. In terms of the diplomacy, there's also the question of what happens there. Okay, so Augustus has dropped down to cautious with Mansa. He is still pleased locked with Elizabeth. This is really good news for Elizabeth, by the way. Augustus cannot go after Elizabeth, but he can go after Mansa or Gandhi. Really, really good news for Elizabeth. Why does Augustus have so much border tension? Oh, it's this. It's this city here. This one stupid city is called... Oh, and this here. This one here, Satiricum. Mansa's borders being so strong here is pushing on both of those cities. Yeah. Interesting. So Mansa, of course, could plot, but he's not. Elizabeth, I would be shocked if she's plotting war, which she is not, even though she has red there. But Augustus, I expect he'll go to war at some point. We'll see. All right, let's see how Churchill does. How's this war going to go? Can he take one city off Gandhi? He does have the element of surprise. He built up his force, and he's got him right here. He does have artillery here also to knock the defenses down. So he took out half the defenses that turn. Let's see. I mean, Gandhi seems to have a pretty good stack in here. I don't know if this is going to actually happen. How much artillery is here? Maybe if he takes out... I mean, he has a lot of cabs here, maybe. Well, let's see. Oh, now we finally... The observers have finally finished the bronze working. Well, the defenses are down. And you know what? We're going to finish the wheel attack. Or we'll at least make an attempt at it. So Gandhi's bringing in some reinforcements. Gandhi does move first between the two of them. Elizabeth is going for a somewhat belated biology, which is probably good because she has so much unhealthiness. Yeah, her city's starved down a fair bit because of all of her unhealthiness. So biology will help her out. I think that's part of the reason why her score decreased is her city's starved. Anyway, let's see. Will this city of Parthian actually fall? This is the Barb city from way back in the early game. It's getting attacked, but it does not seem to have fallen. I see a lot of injured calves. Gandhi's still building Hollywood. Multiple great generals being born here. I don't think this city's going to fall. I think Gandhi's just got too many more technologically superior units. I mean, redcoats and Gandhi seems like he cleaned that up without too much trouble. And now Gandhi will probably be on the offensive. So that didn't work, unsurprisingly. It will slow down Gandhi, though, because he's going to have to build units as opposed to just putting every city on research. Like, look at Liz. Half her cities are on research right now. How about Mansa? Same thing. Mansa, most of his cities are on research. So this is unlikely to go well for Churchill. I suspect that Reading is going to be the one facing Gandhi's wrath soon. Yep, the tanks are rolling in. Yeah, that's not what you want if you're Churchill. It's like the frauds from playoff 3 are up against actually good leaders, and you can see what's happening. Playoff 3 had a pretty terrible field. Yeah, Gandhi's power is going up. Churchill's falling. Remember that unit comparison from before? Let's just look at what happened after a couple turns. So Gandhi is about at the same 118. That's where he was before. But Churchill's at 69. He was at 130. So Churchill's lost half his military already. Yep. Gandhi nukes soon. I mean, we might see it. He does like to use nukes. Look at this poor city. Now, the question always is also, is Augustus plotting to go after someone? He's not plotting war at the moment. So we'll just try to keep an eye on that periodically. Well, we just looked at the power bar graph. It wasn't a giant shark fin. It was more like a steady decrease over time. If Reading gets bowled over by these tanks, we might see more of a quick collapse. All right, here's the Secretary General. Again, I don't think anyone's going to win. Or at least I didn't think so. Oh, Gandhi's friendly toward me. Oh, wait. Here's how people feel. Here's how people feel about Gandhi. Yeah, I don't think Gandhi is well liked enough to get the victory. Maybe if Elizabeth voted for him, but I think Elizabeth... Oh, no, Augustus will be his opponent. Yeah, I don't think that we're going to see a Diplo end. I guess we'll find out. I don't think so, though. Although it would be hilarious if... it would be hilarious if we had a turn 235 Diplo victory to end the season. Okay. Oh, Gandhi. Okay, Gandhi did get enough votes to outvote Augustus. Interesting. So Gandhi would be nominated even if he hadn't built the UN. He is slightly ahead in population. I don't think they'll vote for him for the victory, though. And Gandhi needs Mansa and Elizabeth to vote for him. And I don't think they will. Maybe Elizabeth, but I can't see Mansa voting for him at just +2. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think that that's high enough. Seems low. Seems low overall. Instead, I think this is going to come down to whoever can cross the spaceship finish line first. Because I don't see anyone going for the cultural victory at the moment. As I said, I think it's going to come down to which one of them can cross that finish line first. Anyway, Churchill just lost Reading, so... The route is on at this point. There you go. There's your shark fin, by the way. Churchill's lost more than half his military already. It's pretty ugly. Did Elizabeth fix her health issues? They're improving because she managed to get biology, which helps the AI. She needs refrigeration is the other tech she needs, which she does not have. She has medicine. That probably will help. Just in terms of curiosity, so here's where she is on the tech tree. And then here's Mansa. Mansa is he ahead of her? It's very close. He has radio and satellites. Is that right? Up on her? It's very close. And then Gandhi is almost exactly the same. The three of them are very, very close with each other. I think Mansa's slightly ahead of Elizabeth, and then I think Gandhi's like comparable with Mansa. But it's really close between all of them. And then Augustus is back at liberalism. I think we're going to have a photo finish space race in this game between all of these guys. All right, you're still not plotting war. Augustus is like, well, I did one thing in this game, and now I'm done. Oh, okay. This is Gandhi almost certainly bribing him into the war. Interesting. This is almost certainly Gandhi asked him to join the war because he was not plotting war. And the way we know that is there's no Mansa units over here. He's going to have to now walk his stack across the map to get there. Once they start declaring war, I mean, Churchill's very dead, but like part of what this does now is Mansa will now move out of the build research in every, well, he might, let's see if he moves out of the build research in every city. He may start, but yeah, see, he stopped, this will slow down his tech rate a little bit for what that's worth. Like he probably, like as opposed, if Elizabeth is, all right, well, she's building airports, but like, That could be a difference. You also got the dam. That's a nice wonder to pick up. That way you don't have to build all. You can replace all those coal plants with this, if you want to. Does the coal plant still pollute? Probably. Still, it's a nice wonder. And now we'll see Churchill, or was it Mansa, run across the map. I don't know if... I'm not sure if there's really much chance of Mansa getting much useful territory out of this. Hard to say whether he can get any useful territory all the way over here. By the way, I think Gandhi's just going to rip his way right through this. Of course, you do get a -1 to relations for you declared war on our friend. I mean, like, Augustus now is -1 from you declared war on our friend. So, again, if he goes to war with either of these, which is a very real possibility, he's still not plotting war at the moment, but he could go to war with Gandhi or Mansa, either one, which is like another twist this game could take. All right, yeah. So Churchill is definitely dying. Here comes a Mansa stack. Okay, wow. A lot of people asking us to join their war. Stop the war against Mansa Musa. Okay. Not against Churchill, you'll note. Against Mansa Musa. Gandhi definitely didn't need help here. No, he didn't. Definitely not. Look at this. A lot of people on satellites. Here comes Mansa's stack. 24 calves, 5 cannons. This is why we disabled the AP, yeah. All right, well, we'll know if the war resolution was voted because these units will disappear if the stop the war succeeds. Let's see. It did succeed. Everybody voted yes except Churchill. Okay, so now Mansa's back at peace again. Well, that was pointless. Well, that was pointless. Thanks for coming. I guess you ticked up the war counter slightly, I guess. So Gandhi will now proceed to go back. I mean, I guess part of the thing that did, yeah, Churchill really wanted to die. It's so weird that the AI does that all the time. The winner of the war is like, whoever's winning is like, yes, stop the war. And whoever is losing is like, no, please continue to kill me. It's very odd the way that plays out. But like one thing that did is, if it was just Gandhi at war with Churchill, the stop the war resolution might have been to the Gandhi versus Churchill war. So I guess it was significant in that respect. Otherwise, though, we're still watching these AIs race through the tech tree. Again, Mansa's a little bit ahead. He did just research advanced flight, which we know is an optional tech. But I think he's still a couple turns ahead. Well, Elizabeth immediately went on to advanced flight, too. It's just so close between Gandhi, Elizabeth, Mansa. Although I think Mansa is very slightly in the lead between them. Even though Mansa has like never left his part of the peninsula, his little arm of the peninsula yet. A war is a war. I mean, he did walk a stack down there very temporarily. Poor Churchill. Well, wait a minute. Why do I feel sorry for Churchill? He played a terrible game. I shouldn't feel sorry for him. He played very poorly. Hey, Augustus, you thinking you might want to join one of these conflicts? No? How about Elizabeth? Nope, she is in I'm heading for space mode. I don't think we're going to make it to turn 315. I don't think we're going to make it to turn 300 in this game. These AIs are all getting close to the end of the tech tree already. So being on the larger map certainly didn't slow down the teching. If anything, it's gone faster with a bigger map. All right, well, there's the Manhattan Project. So let's see. Is Gandhi going to start tossing nukes out? He's not currently building any. Oh, wait, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Okay. Here comes the tactical nukes. He sure loves his nukes. I know that there's this rumor that in the original Civilization, Gandhi was supposed to be set at a value where he would like never use nukes, but the value like accidentally wrapped around and ended up at like the highest possible value for using nukes. I've also heard that that's not actually true, that that's an internet rumor. So I'm not sure whether that's actually true or not, but it's funny enough that it's a good story to repeat, that he was intended to be at like 10 out of 10 will not declare nukes, but like there was another variable that caused it to overflow and go to like negative 99 out of 10 will always declare nukes. Yeah. I think that that's not actually true, but it's funny enough that I wish it were true. People are saying that no, that's not actually true, but that it's a funny story. All right, so everybody gets an extra trade route. That just means the tech pace goes even faster. Churchill is trying to get assembly line. He's pretty far behind. But Gandhi is starting to carve a path through him with his tanks. There's not much left now. I mean, as we know, redcoats against tanks or rifles against tanks is an absolute slaughter. So people are building spaceship parts. Elizabeth has stopped to get mass media, which is an optional tech. Of course, laser is also an optional tech. But yeah, Gandhi is still just powering his way through here. I still can't tell if Gandhi or Mansa Musa is further ahead. I guess when we get a little bit closer to the end of the tech tree, I'll take another look to see which one of them is actually ahead. Are we also going to see Gandhi start lobbing nukes here? Well, this was a long inner turn. Did somebody declare war? Or is it just a lot of stuff moving around? I guess not. Gandhi has the SDI, so he is protected against nukes. I mean, he's not building research in every city. Note that he makes 163 gold per turn even when he's at 100% research. Let's just see what their research rates are out of curiosity. No one's in a golden age. So Mansa's at 2100, although he is running the gold slider. Elizabeth's at 2200. She's also running the gold slider. So they're very comparable. And then Gandhi's at 2000. Okay, yeah, they're all really close. Really, really close, all three of them. And Augustus seems like he's got the lead for the second, like he seems to have the score lead at the moment. So like if Gandhi or Elizabeth or Mansa were to win, he would then be in second. Oh, there we go. There's our first nuke. Now, did that really do anything? No. But what it did do is it gave Gandhi a -1 with everybody for whenever he uses a nuke. Where is Gandhi on here? Here we go. You nuked our friend. You nuked our friend. Yeah, he starts to get a -1 for tossing nukes. I mean, if he tosses like 8 of them, that could be significant. But it's already, he's already starting to poison his up. Well, there we go. We have enough on our hands. All right. So who can Augustus declare on? Well, he can declare war on Gandhi or Mansa. Either one would be hugely significant if he goes after either one, just because this space race is really close. Again, Elizabeth is protected by being please locked over here. I mean, Mansa could declare on her, but all right, let's see. Where's Augustus going to go? If I had to guess, I think he's going to declare war on Gandhi, but I'm not sure. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably Gandhi. Oh, we apparently were in forced peace with Mansa Musa. Oh, that was the UN. That was the peacekeeping mission from the UN. Okay, well, let's keep an eye on this. Oh, that's right. Mansa's in forced UN peace. You guys are right. Because the UN is global. Like, when there's a stop the war, that's an enforced peace globally. So it must be Gandhi. He has to be plotting against Gandhi. Ooh, interesting. Well, he's researching robotics at the moment. Yeah, I think the current race is Gandhi is ahead in tech right now, followed by like 1 tech behind Mansa and then like 1 tech behind Elizabeth, is I think how it shakes out at the moment. So it's very, very close for all of them. Also, Augustus not having factories yet is... Oh, wow, here's the Diplo victory. Augustus versus Gandhi. Again, I don't think anyone will vote for Augustus or Gandhi because there's no friendlies here on anyone. I guess we'll see. I mean, we might see... Churchill will vote for Augustus, but unless Augustus picks up another vote... I mean, it could happen, right? Sometimes weird stuff happens in terms of who votes for whom, but I don't think there's enough here. I mean... We'll see. I mean, if Augustus snuck out a Diplo victory, that would certainly be hilarious. That would be a funny way for our season to end. Let's find out. I don't think the game ends here, but we'll see. Wow, that was a long inner turn. Churchill loses another city. No. Gandhi did get a vote from Elizabeth. If Mansa had voted... He still would have been short, even if Mansa had voted. Interesting. I'm surprised Elizabeth voted for Gandhi. No one voted for Augustus. Churchill abstained. Okay, it was close, though. It's pretty close. Still, even if Mansa had voted, I'm a little surprised that... Okay, so Mansa still would not have been enough. That would have been 758. So it would have been like 20 votes short. Yeah, that was pretty close. I'm very surprised Elizabeth voted. I guess +7 was enough. I guess. Interesting. It's actually shared civics that's propping up their relationship right now. Okay. So close. We also had this city also got captured in between turns. And we're still waiting on Augustus to make his move here. In the meantime, Churchill is still dying. Elizabeth's favorite subject is universal suffrage, I believe, or is it free religion? I thought it was I'll check it up in a second. We also had a great general die. And we're on turn 250. Feels like we're very much in the late game now. What is Lizzie's favorite civic? It is free religion. Okay. Wow. The irony, if you know the historical Elizabeth, free religion was definitely not the historical Elizabeth's favorite civic. Universal suffrage is Gandhi. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Okay. Yeah, the real life Elizabeth, free religion would not be how I would characterize mid to late 16th century England. Not exactly a place where free religion and religious toleration were celebrated. Free religion for everyone unless you're anything other than a Protestant. Did you know that Catholics were officially barred from holding office in England until the early 1800s? Yeah, that law was on the book for several centuries. Anyway. Okay. So maybe while we're watching here, we should just do a quick check of where these researchers are on the tech tree. So I think Gandhi is the furthest ahead. He needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more spaceship techs. He has not gone for the top of the tree. Mansa is researching. Oh, he has the same 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he's researching robotics. And then Elizabeth, 1, 2, 3, 4. She's also doing the same thing, but she is researching computers. And she'll probably go for robotics. If she would actually skip it, then she might be able to get to the end first. It's still really close. Is Gandhi building spaceship parts? Good question. He might, I don't know. He's building the space elevator, so I would imagine he can still do the spaceship parts. He has to unlock them, of course. So, yeah, it's really close between the three of them. They're all separated by like maybe 1 or 2 techs here. What just... Oh, did the borders just pop out from Hastings? And Augustus is apparently still plotting war, I think. He still has enough on his hands right now. Oxford Churchill has been captured. Wait, where is that? Oh, it's down here. Okay. But then Hastings popped out. Then the culture bug, when cities get captured, fixed itself after that. All right. Just trying to watch. So Gandhi did stop to research advanced flight, and that was a tech he didn't have to research. So that allowed Mansa to kind of catch up. Oh my God, that's multiple nukes being detonated there. So nuked Hastings at least 1 time. I think he nuked it twice because it takes 2 nukes to kill all the defenders. Yep, there's the double nuke. Followed by Hastings getting captured as the tanks rolled in. Gandhi is definitely poisoning his relationships with everybody else. Now Augustus is annoyed with him, and Mansa is down to cautious. Even Elizabeth's down to you nuked our friend. So I don't know if Gandhi's going to be picking up too many more votes in the UN after this. He's used 3 nuclear weapons so far. So yeah, I mean, he's still got we have enough on our hands right now. Just, is he going to move anytime soon? I guess we'll see. Because there's probably not that much left in the game. All right, Mansa had to backtrack for refrigeration. And now Elizabeth is doing robotics, which again is not strictly speaking necessary, but the AI almost always goes for it on the tech tree. Free speech, not a victory or stop the war, which are the only ones that I think we're really interested in. Oh, more nukes falling back here, right? And Augustus just did a big civic swap here. Is Mansa plotting? Good question. Another nuke. Gandhi, you're going to be a global pariah after this. Oh my God, more nukes. Okay. He did complete the internet. The internet normally, 99% of the time the internet is irrelevant. But this is a game where if Mansa and Elizabeth both get a tech that he doesn't have, he could actually get a tech from it in this game. Even though that seems insane, he might actually get something from it. He's going for composites. Mansa doesn't have that. Elizabeth doesn't have that. Gandhi is going for stealth, though. So this does create an opportunity for someone else. He still needs ecology, fiber optics fusion, superconductor genetics. Mansa needs... Mansa's backtracking for refrigeration. So Mansa needs the same 5 techs. And Elizabeth also needs the same 5. Wow, it really could come down to whether someone researches stealth or not. Liz is still pleased with him. She's still pleased, but her patience is running out. I mean, Augustus is almost to the point of hating him, and Mansa is almost to the point of being annoyed. I mean, he's really poisoning the well here. Mansa is not plotting war. Augustus is still plotting war. Okay. All these nukes. Just like the last game between Elizabeth and Mansa. Mansa got the better of Liz last time. This time it appears that they're both going for the spaceship condition. I don't think... It does not appear anyone's going for religion. All right, so free speech. I think everyone was already in free speech. I don't think that that vote ended up mattering. Any more new nukes this turn? Mansa got a great artist, but again, it's kind of irrelevant right now. Oh, well, we, the Observer Civ, have adopted free speech. All right, not that much happened that turn. These tanks are just running around amid the fallout. Surprised that Gandhi doesn't have his ships bombarding out the defenses. Oh, there we go. There it is. Augustus moved in. He just moved in against Gandhi. All right, let's go. Cavalry against mech infantry? Not sure that that's going to work too well, but he's going to give it a shot. You know, for as peaceful as this game was for ages, it certainly is getting more interesting now. Gotta wait for the graph to pop up. Yeah. All right, there it is. Gandhi builds a space elevator too. That'll help him get the parts. It could come down to who can even get the spaceship parts built fast enough. War declaration number 4. All right, well, I at least get 1 point out of this. Okay. Now we've got, I mean, for a game that was so peaceful before, it's getting less peaceful now. All right, let's look at the power situation here. The problem for Augustus is, even though his nominal power is a lot, I mean, he's got calves, and I guess he just unlocked infantry. Yeah, he just unlocked factories and infantry. I mean, he's up against Gandhi, who has almost finished the tech tree. I mean, he's got mobile artillery. He has mechs. He has, like, he's about to have stealth bombers. Like, it's pretty ugly. So even though, like, they are in theory close, I'm not sure that they actually are even remotely comparable. So Gandhi has 230 units, and Augustus has 387. We'll see how close that lasts for now. But I wouldn't be surprised if he can take this city just by throwing, like, 50 calves at it. Maybe he could. We'll see. I mean, like, that's the most likely place he would attack. So, yeah. Well, getting more interesting. Gandhi getting attacked by everyone at the end of the game. Everybody was, like, running his religion the whole game, and now everybody's, like, coming after this guy. But, I mean, it is slowing him down in terms of what he can do research-wise, because he has to build units. Because he's in double wars. He's going to have to build units. All right, Augustus, are you sending all these horses to the glue factory by attacking here at Gepid? Like, did he try to... I mean, it looks like he tried to attack this city, but it looks like he didn't go very well. Elizabeth building Civ Jewelers. I mean, she's just on all research, and Mansa's mostly on research. I guess he's building recycling centers. Gloucester was just taken. Where is that? And then Augustus lost Circe. Okay, Gandhi domination victory. Gandhi for domination, maybe. How has Gandhi kept up? So if you, that's a good question. People are like, how did Gandhi keep up with the financial leaders? So here's the biggest reason why. He has a shrine with 65 cities following it. So he was just able to be 100% on the slider for ages and ages and ages. And that's the biggest reason why. Biggest reason why in an otherwise close game. All right, so we had this city here, Circe, get captured. Again, I suspect Augustus is going to get absolutely wrecked because he's just too far behind in tech in this game. He also built Stonehenge really early, and that was a big, big boon to him because he got the border pops for free, and then he also got he had like a turn 60 shrine or something insane like that. It was really, really early. Okay, well, this city, Coventry, got taken by... So I guess Augustus has his main stacks down here. I mean, they are a fighting away between the two of them. So Mansa's going for superconductors. Elizabeth's going for fusion. Gandhi's off on stealth, as we know, the stealth poison pill. Churchill is still dying. This city, Gepid, is like a fortress, and this is like the Gibraltar of Gandhi. I don't know how Augustus could ever kill these. So Hastings was captured. And okay, and Circe was taken back for at least temporarily. Let's look at what's happening on the graphs here. So far, relatively even losses. We'll just keep refreshing the map. And then meanwhile, the Elizabeth versus Mansa race, plus Gandhi's in this race too, is also super close. And note that Augustus and Gandhi are really close in score too. So like, who gets second is really important for our fantasy contest and also for our picking contest too. All right, so I mean, Augustus is not having success at taking cities in Gandhi's core, but he is having success at taking some of these cities. Now, he'd probably just give these back to Churchill, but I mean, he did take some of these. What an odd game. Yeah, what an odd game, to say the least. So, yeah, and he's trying to take Gepid, but, I mean, there's no chance to ever capture that city at 80% defenses. At the bare minimum, those defenses need to be taken out. I don't... are those Cavs actually attacking the mech infantry in there? Well, we got another Secretary General vote. I mean, I think the paint might have been scratched on a couple of them, and here goes Gandhi launching more nukes again. I mean, this is a game, all right. He just killed all the defenders in that city. Why he's not using them against Augustus is another question. Okay. So Mansa now is annoyed towards Gandhi thanks to -8 from you nuked our friend. Elizabeth is somehow still pleased. Elizabeth's like, there. It's okay that you're throwing the nuclear weapons around. I still love you, sweetie. What a great game, though. All right, so let's look again at the situation. So Gandhi is about to finish stealth. And then Gandhi needs 5 more techs: ecology, fiber optics, fusion, superconductor genetics. There are no more optional techs for him to research. He has to research the spaceship techs, but there's still 5 to go. Okay, Mansa he's finished. Okay, so he just finished superconductors. Now he's going genetics. He has 4 more techs to go after that. Whether he researches stealth could actually be really important. Elizabeth is finishing fusion, and then she needs composites, ecology, superconductors, genetics. It is good for her to do fusion, though, because that's the super expensive tech. It's the most expensive tech, along with robotics. And the engines are really take forever to build. So getting that early tends to be good for the AI. Honestly, it's really close between all 3 of them. Any of them could win. And then remember, they also have to build the spaceship parts, too. So it's not just finishing the tech tree. Then they also have to build the stupid thing, too. And then wait for it to arrive. We could have a situation where if someone launches with only 1 thruster, the 12 turns versus 10 turns when launching with 2 thrusters could actually matter in this game. We've had it happen 1 time before. It's very, very close. Yeah, the labs could matter too. Getting the labs up early helps a lot too, because that helps with your research. Helps you knock out the spaceship parts a little faster. So Augustus is now the leading candidate. Oh, whoa. Wait for a second. Augustus could win by diplomacy because everyone now hates Gandhi. He could actually win in the UN because Gandhi is poisoning his relationship with everybody else. That could actually happen in this game. Oh my. I didn't even think about that. But like, Churchill is -26 with Gandhi. He'll vote for Gandhi. Augustus will vote for himself. Mansa could vote for Augustus, even though he doesn't really care that much, just because he hates Gandhi so much. That could happen. Liz would probably abstain. But that actually could happen. So that's possible. Triple Diplo victories for Augustus Caesar. That would be certainly insane. We got a lot of possibilities about the way this game could end still. Also, we'll just check in on the power situation. So, as expected, Augustus is starting to lose, not surprisingly. So, yeah, Augustus could try to call for this. Augustus could also try for a stop the war resolution. I mean, if Gandhi keeps nuking, though, He's going to destroy his relationship to the entire world because he keeps launching so many nukes. But like Gandhi's running around with, he has like every late game unit at this point. All right, so far Mansa and Elizabeth have avoided the poison pill stealth. So far, and oh, the late game golden age. Does Elizabeth have mausoleum? I can't remember if she has that or not. What was that? Augustus liberated. Okay, he liberated Hastings back to Churchill. Okay, who has mausoleum? I know that we measured who had that earlier. Who built that one? Mausoleum is... Oh, no, it's Augustus has it. Augustus has it. Okay. I was wondering just if she got the extended Golden Age. Still, the late Golden Age, that could be a big deal. All right, Elizabeth's research has gone up to 3,200. Manta's only at 90. Okay, and Gandhi's at 8. Okay, this could push Elizabeth over the top, the late game Golden Age, because her beakers have gone up to 3,000 something, and it also does help her build the spaceship parts too. Meanwhile, Gandhi's still fighting this war. I do wonder if the stealth poison pill is going to decide the end of this game. All right, Gandhi is now starting to push into Augustus's territory. So, yeah. Let's see what Elizabeth picks for her next tech. Can Mansa and Elizabeth both avoid stealth, or will one of them go for the stealth option? So Mansa just needs 3 more techs. And Elizabeth just needs 4... no, she has also 3 more techs. Okay. Will one of them go for stealth? Yeah, the fusion great engineer might have been enough to get her the golden age. It might have been. It's very close between the two of them. They're like on the same techs. Will one of the... Oh, nope. Elizabeth dodged stealth again. How about Mansa? Can he dodge stealth? This is so ridiculous. Like, can they dodge stealth as a tech? Just waiting to see what he picks. What did he pick? He didn't... Did he one turn something? I don't think he made a decision yet. I guess he just didn't make a decision. Okay. It appears as though Gandhi is starting to push... Okay, they're all building a lot of thrusters too. Gandhi seems like he's starting to push forward against Augustus. Coventry has been captured by... Okay, yeah. Some of his conquests are starting. It looks like Gandhi is about to pass Augustus in score. So this is big both for the picking contest and also for our fantasy stuff. Because like if Gandhi leaps over Augustus in score, even if Elizabeth or Mansa win the game, Gandhi would get second place, which is of course worth points in both. Who has the most spaceship parts? We can check in on the space... Who has actually built the parts soon. And then Churchill is still in this game and still dying. But yeah, I would expect Gandhi. Yeah, there it is. He just passed Augustus. Although Augustus then finished attack and leapfrogged him again. But Gandhi feels like he's going to jump over him soon because he's actually conquering stuff. Look at this cheek from Gandhi. He's building a spaceship part in this city. This Barb city that he captured, which is causing so many problems for Augustus over here. I mean, I guess we can check to see if Elizabeth or... I would not expect Elizabeth or Mansa to be plotting war. No, neither of them are plotting war at the moment. So in terms of actual spaceship parts, let's look here. So first, Mansa he's almost done the thrusters, then he has the docking bay and the life support. Gandhi has most of the thrusters and the casings in the docking bay. And Elizabeth has building the thrusters, docking bay, and the cockpit. She also is building the engines, which are the really expensive ones. So she'll have them done in 2 turns. All right. Still really close. Augustus, the war is still not going well for him, as you might expect. That's about what you'd think. Elizabeth is now actually tops in power. Gandhi taking this Barb City has turned out to be really significant. Also, this Barb City, too, he shouldn't have gotten this one. He took this one with 1 warrior. And then this one, he actually had a stack, but it was like 3 units, if I remember correctly. Him getting those 2 cities has been like, imagine how much stronger Augustus would be if this wasn't stealing tiles away from like 4 cities. Yeah, 4 cities, or no, 5 cities if you count this one, are all losing territory to this one former Barb city. Getting fusion first might be decisive. It could be. I do think that Elizabeth's path through the tech tree has been a little bit better, just because those, wow, modern army versus, yeah, those were calves right there. Calves against mobile art, was it the mobile SAMs, which are useless because Augustus doesn't have any air power yet. And like modern armor and mobile artillery against Cavs, it's not the matchup you want. It's not the matchup you want. And there's more tactical nukes. So Churchill is barely clinging to life. He has 4 cities. Will Churchill survive to the end of this game? It's a good question. Just as we update our space competition. So Mansa's gone for composites. He only needs fiber optics fusion. The problem though is he has to build both of the SS engines, and they take so long to build. Lizzie only needs composites after this. She just needs composites. If she does not go for stealth, I think she wins the game. So what she picks after genetics is going to be super important. Because otherwise, I don't think that she can be outraced to this. Myth thinks that she wins even if she goes stealth. What about Gandhi? Yeah, I'm sorry. I needed to check in on Gandhi too. Okay, yeah, everybody goes environmentalism. Great. Gandhi, how many more does he need? Oh, he's on the last tech right now. He's on the final tech. So no, Elizabeth does not have time. Gandhi's on the final tech of the game here. Does he need fusion? I thought he had it. Oh, he needs fusion. He needs fusion. I'm sorry. He needs fusion, but he does have the internet. So if Mansa gets... Oh, but Mansa's not close to fusion either. He'd get it for free if Mansa gets it, but I don't think Mansa's that close. The internet gives you any tech if 2 other civs have it. It's the great library from Civ4. Elizabeth has finally dropped to cautious with Gandhi from the -9. And then we always still have the rogue Diplo call from Augustus in here as well. He'll still save 2 turns on genetics. That's true. That's true. Because when Elizabeth gets genetics, he picks up genetics for free. Yeah, see, he just picked up genetics for free. So if Elizabeth goes stealth, I don't think that she wins, because I think Gandhi's going to get there first. What a close game. Anyway. And we have this ongoing game here. Let's see. Yeah, it might just come down to what Elizabeth... Mansa's on... Oh, Mansa. I think Mansa going stealth means he is not going to win this one. As close as he's come. Mansa stealth. Yeah, I mean, he has to do this and both of these. I don't see any way he can do it. It's just going to be Elizabeth or Gandhi now. It's just going to be one of these two. Is Elizabeth researching stealth or is she researching composites? And then they still have to build the parts. Elizabeth will have to build the composites. Gandhi will have to build the engines. Gandhi's also in a war. By the way, he's building even more nukes right now. Yeah, the fact that Gandhi... I mean, if Gandhi wasn't in these wars, I think he would have won this game going away. Because he's put so much effort into building military units. He's in a 2-front war. If anyone deserves to win this... Oh, Elizabeth went for composites. She did not go for stealth. She avoided the poison pill from playoff game 1. She is going for composites. Oh, but Gandhi does have the space elevator, so he builds the parts a little bit faster. He's now the worst enemy of Mansa, in addition to being in double wars. Like I said, I think Gandhi deserves to win this, but we'll see. All right, Elizabeth's golden age has ended. So then it's going to be how fast... Well, after they both finish these techs, we'll see how fast they can get them done. In terms of the parts. We'll stop looking at Mansa because I don't think he can make it there. So Elizabeth needs the casing. She has both engines done. Oh, we can actually see the straight up comparison. So they both have the cockpit and the life support. They both need the stasis chamber. They both have the docking bay. Lizzie has the engines done. Gandhi has the casings done. Generally speaking, the casings are easier to build, but you do need 5 of them. So that's what it's going to come down to. So we'll just... And then it's going to come down to who can get there first. All right. We can check to see if Mansa's plotting. I don't think he is, but it's possible he is. Meanwhile, over here, some of these Roman cities look like they're... I mean, Augustus did manage to make it to tanks. The tanks will help him out. Mansa, plotting war. Oh, he is plotting war. Oh my god. I mean, he is -10 with Gandhi right now. Okay. So Gandhi might be in another... might find himself in another war. He launches even more nukes. He's almost managed to kill Churchill off. I mean, he's got fallout on almost every tile here. Churchill with the caravels to get out of here. as these destroyers come in. All right, so Elizabeth finished the case. She finished the tech. Now she has to build the casings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of these is 4 turns. I think that's the longest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is the longest one here. It leads. I wonder if she'll be able to do it any faster than that. All right. Meanwhile, Gandhi's about to finish fusion, so then we'll check to see his engines next turn. Again, the engines are more expensive, but Gandhi is the space elevator, which makes them a bit cheaper. That's also assuming he queues them all up instantly, which he might. It's going to be very close. It's going to be super close. It would be hilarious if Gandhi ended up winning this because he got a tech from the internet. All right, where are his engines? Oh, 5 turns. 5 turns against 3 turns. Oh boy. That could be it. We just have to watch all that matters is when the last one gets done. All that matters is when the last one gets done. Now, Gandhi could launch with 1 engine, but if he launches with 1 engine, it'll take him 12 turns, and it takes 10 turns if Elizabeth has the spaceship en route. And yes, he is still launching more nukes. Let me take a screenshot of this, because I think the 5 versus 3 is pretty significant here. Okay. Liz having Mining Inc. may have swung it too, yeah. I'm surprised Churchill is still alive, but I guess he did manage to get to infantry. And Gandhi hasn't... I mean, if Gandhi were in a one-front war, I think he'd be crushing these. But I think that's again, the 2-front war really gives the AI problems. Stop the war against Gandhi. Stop the war against Gandhi. All right, yeah, this is still 4 turns. And this is still 2 turns. So it does appear that Liz is going to get this... to launch sooner. Still, Gandhi has now finished the tech tree, and Elizabeth's on the last tech right now. If we're curious about how many units Augustus has, just out of curiosity, he's down to 100 units. Oof. He's down to 103. He started with 375, and Gandhi is still at 182. So he is hurting in this war. This did not go the way he wanted. Yeah, this did not go the way he wanted. Again, Mansa is theoretically plotting. I mean, Elizabeth could... No, she's not plotting right now. But Mansa is theoretically plotting as well, as the nukes continue to rain down. I'm just curious to see if any of these Churchill cities will fall. Yeah, Gandhi definitely not run... Oh, Gandhi could run the... That's true, he could run the culture slider. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to. He could also research more future techs. All right, he took another city. He took the capital of Churchill. Fails. Gandhi defied the resolution. Everyone else wanted the war to end, but Gandhi refused. So he is going to pick up some unhappiness from that. Look, oh my God. The world considers you a villain. 7 unhappy from war weariness. Jeez. He's starting to rack... Gandhi is like the world's greatest criminal in this game. He's a monster in this game. Defying the war resolution. Unbelievable. Also, thanks for the plugs there, Burninator. All right. So Liz has 1 more turn to launch her spaceship. Yeah, she needs 1 more turn. And again, Gandhi can launch, but he can only launch with 1 engine if he does. Where is Gandhi? Yeah, he just... Oh, he doesn't have the stasis chamber. Wait a minute. He doesn't have the stasis chamber done? Did he forget to build the state? Oh, no, it's over. Oh, he forgot to build the stasis chamber. He forgot to build one of the parts. Oh, wow. Okay. I think that seals it. Gandhi can't get it. He can't even launch without the 1 engine. You can't launch without the stasis chamber. Spaceship you can't launch without that. Oh man, I think that's it. And Mansa is still finishing the tech tree, so he can't launch either, right? Mansa still doesn't have the techs done. Yeah, he still doesn't even have fusion tech, so I don't see how Liz can fail to launch the spaceship this turn. She's going to launch it, and then all she has to do is not lose her capital in the next 10 turns. There it goes. Where's her capital? I think she's got it. I mean, this was really close, but I don't think that anyone can catch her at this point. Gandhi wasn't able to... He finished the tech tree 1 turn faster than Elizabeth, but he wasn't able to get the parts built. Again, doing fusion early is really huge. Gandhi is not close to domination. No, good question. He's actually not even leading in territory. It's Augustus who has the most. He's at about a 25 to 30%, which is obviously long short of what's needed. Yeah, the well-timed golden age. All right, so obviously we'll finish out the rest of this game, but I mean, it looks like she wins on like turn 285. By the way, it's going to be like a turn 2. No, it's earlier than that. It's like turn 283. That's a spaceship victory, not a cultural victory. Yeah. Did I successfully manage to get Elizabeth to win by picking Mansa? I might have. Now, can Churchill survive? Because we still have a fantasy point available here if Churchill dies. Also, Gandhi needs to stay in first place in score if he wants that second place spot. Can Churchill manage to survive, or is Gandhi going to pick up an additional fantasy point? Because that might actually matter in terms of our fantasy contest. He has one city left. Our fantasy contest is so close that one more kill could actually swing things. Interestingly enough, Elizabeth and Mansa are now tops in power as Gandhi tries to get his engine off. Yeah, I thought that the game would be a fast ending, but like I'm still too slow. The 315 is still too slow. Also, the 9 wars thing did not really happen. What are we at? 4? Are we at 4 or 5? You guys can see it on the screen. I can't. We're at 4. Oh my god. That would be the lowest in AI Survivor history to have a game only have 4 wars. We've never had that low before. I believe 6 is the record for lowest before this. At 4. Now Mansa was plotting war, so he might jump in. I'm just watching to see if this city's going to get taken. I have no idea why the paratroopers landed 2 tiles away from the city instead of next to the city. Stop the war again. Oh man, and this could actually save Churchill if the stop the war works. Oh, and Mansa has declared on Gandhi as well. And he's launching ICBMs. Where did he launch that? Okay. Looks like it got shot down by the SDI, though. All right, well, there's another war. So we're not going to be at 4. I guess we'll get to 5. Doesn't really help me with my prediction. I'm sure some people at least predicted the 5. All right, how many more turns do we have left in this? Elizabeth spaceship 1826. That's 3 more turns, something like that, or 5 more turns. 5 more turns. It exploded. Yeah, bomb shelters and SDI. Let's see if the stop the war works. I'm just watching this to see if Churchill's going to manage to survive. I think he will, because oh, okay. So we had stop. Oh yeah, and we had stop the war. So Churchill is going to survive this game. No more points. No more points for killing Churchill with his one. With his one city left over here. All right, so Mansa is attacking. Where is Mansa attacking? He has his... Oh. Well. Oh, okay. Here's something interesting. Is it possible for Gandhi's score to drop below Augustus in the final turns? Because if he starts losing territory, he could drop below Augustus in score. Yeah, Churchill somehow always seems to survive. Because, like, Mansa has 97 units in this stack. Mansa's got a lot of military power over there. That city, Gepid, looks like it's probably going to fall. I don't think that's enough to drop him below Augustus, but... I mean, if Gandhi starts, like, losing territory... We just don't have very many turns left, but... I mean, let's just see. Augustus goes police state here. I think Gandhi's high enough in score that he'll be okay. Certainly doesn't hurt that he just took another city off Augustus there. That's it's like a 100-point swing on that city changing hands. So I think Gandhi's okay. But I mean, we'll see. I do think Gepid's gonna fall at the very least. Is Mansa just gonna walk in? There's nothing in that city. Is he just going to walk in? It's an empty city. Apparently he did not. Apparently he killed the final defenders. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I was like, I thought he killed the final defenders. Okay, yeah, Gandhi lost a lot of points from that. What is this? No. All right. I mean, Gandhi did lose quite a few points there, but I don't think it's quite enough. Well, there's a lot of fighting going on this turn. What is going on? Like, maybe if this were to get captured and be gifted back over to Gandhi, but I still don't think that's quite enough. Still, we have 2 turns to go. As more nukes go off. Elizabeth's like, I'm out of here, you guys. Look at Gandhi. This is insane how unpopular. He's launched 12 nukes. Everyone hates him. Gandhi, the Mr. Peaceful, is now detested by everybody in this game. Unbelievable. All right. Oh, what is the Shrine in Gepid worth? Good question. 11. It wasn't too widely spread. That was definitely a minority religion. World Builder. Just keep refreshing the map. What's the power situation look like after that exchange? Yeah, definitely not great for Gandhi. If Mansa had declared like 5 turns sooner, I think we might have enough here, but I just don't think there's enough time. Unless like Elizabeth piles in too. I mean, there's modern armor against modern armor down there. And one advantage that Mansa does have is he does get to use Augustus's roads and railroads there. It's like he can move in neutral territory. But again, I don't think this is going to be enough. I'm pretty sure Gandhi stays above Mansa and Augustus in territory. Jeez, now Mansa's launching all the nukes too. Jeez, he's launched... wait, no. Where's how people feel about Mansa? 2 nukes. Only 2. Not that many yet. Augustus might have been able to win with a diplomatic victory vote. It's true. But I think that this is it. This is the last turn of the game. And after the narrow miss in our playoff game where Elizabeth lost by 2 turns to Gandhi, it looks like she has climbed the summit, making it back to the championship. And it appears that she is the winner of Civ4 AI Survivor Season number 8 with Gandhi as the... Oh, it's very close. Look at Gandhi and Mansa's score. Is Mansa going to fall? Is Mansa going to leapfrog Gandhi here? They're only separated by 30 points. Oh, it's really close. No, Gandhi clings to the second place spot. I think Mansa would have passed him in one more turn. But no, Gandhi does eke out the second place. Unbelievable. What a close game. For a game that had 4 wars, this was a really, really close finish. Elizabeth won the space race by, I think, about 4 turns over Gandhi. 4 or 5 turns. So, yeah, we can check that afterwards. Really, really, really close. So Elizabeth wins. It's a turn 283 spaceship victory. I'm going to jot that down. Turn 283. That is insanely fast. This was a game where we had a lot of high piece weight AIs, and they did their econ thing, and they did it. So Gandhi sneaks out the second place. Kudos to Gandhi. And then Mansa in third by a whisker. Augustus barely in fourth. Look how close Augustus was. He was only down like 120-something points behind Mansa. Very, very close game, and Churchill survives with 1 city. All right. Let's watch the replay again. So some of the big things that really mattered in this game, Gandhi founding the religion and getting the early shrine from Stonehenge and then spreading it to the whole field. That was a big deal. These barb cities here, I really think that this hurt Mansa a lot, having 2 barb cities in an awkward spot. And the city he lost to the barbs, that's like the other big thing that happened. I mean, if he has this city, he pushes his culture into the middle of the map. Instead, he's kind of confined. Like, he barely lost this game. And that was with one of his early cities getting raised by the barbs. Like, think how different this game is if he doesn't lose that. The next big thing I think happened was Gandhi getting this barbarian city in ridiculous fashion. Like, he got that city with a warrior capture. It was absurd. So that really helped Gandhi out a lot. Also hurt Churchill to some extent. Churchill didn't really do anything in this game. And then everybody was in Gandhi's religion. So we have all these leaders who won't declare war at pleased, and they're all in the same religion, so they just wouldn't fight. So it just turned into a pure econ fest. And it was really close between these 3. Obviously, Chin was not likely to survive, but it just came down to really close execution between the 3 of them. And what made the difference was Gandhi got pulled into 2 late game wars. If Gandhi wasn't in those wars, he would have won this game. Like, he definitely would have outraced Elizabeth to space if he had not been doing all that fighting. I mean, he was in almost a 3-front war at the end of the game, and he still only missed the victory by like 3 or 4 turns. So it was super close. Obviously, Gandhi launching 20 nukes or whatever it was poisoned his relationship with the world. And that was hurting him too, because he had a lot of unhappiness. He had war weariness unhappiness. He had I defied the UN unhappiness. He had a lot of unhappiness, and that was definitely hurting his cities. So a really, really well-played game from Gandhi. A well-played game from Mansa and Elizabeth, too. Honestly, not a badly played game from Augustus either. The problem with Augustus is just it turned into a builder fest, and he just couldn't outrace the builder civs once it turned into that kind of a game. Churchill, not a good game. Churchill played terrible, and Chin was irrelevant. Churchill just did nothing. But we had a fascinating game. What a great end to this season. That's about as close of a peaceful builder game as we're likely to see. And hey, we still got to see a billion nukes go off in that game. So I thought it was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one too. What a great end to the season. Yeah, it was a slow start, but the build-up, I think, was worth it. I thought the map was great, and I genuinely think that if, let's say Stalin wins game number, the opening round game? Because Gandhi, we know from the alternate histories, Gandhi was a very, very unlikely leader to win that game. Let's say Stalin is in that spot, or Napoleon's here, or Ragnar's here. Do you think that we see a peaceful build fest for 200 turns? Because I'm pretty sure we don't if we have one of them there. So I think the map is fine. But we'll probably return here again in the future. So normally I cut off the YouTube recording here. I'm going to keep the YouTube recording running through the end of this because we have a lot of stuff to cover for end of season. GMP, that late game golden age really helped Elizabeth too. It got her over the finish line. Obviously Gandhi being in the giant war hurt him. And Mansa just, because he lost that city to the Barbs, he wasn't as strong. He just didn't have as much territory because he lost that early Barb city, and that limited him. Production is extremely close between everyone other than Churchill. Augustus was tops in food. He had the most territory, but he was just so far behind in tech. And then power. Note that Gandhi was about to get knocked out of second place. Look how close this was here. He was absolutely free-falling at the end. I mean, he'd been in wars for the last 50 turns, so he was pretty exhausted, whereas Mansa had not fought even one time the whole game. So Mansa was about to come in with a fresh army and just roll through him. And then culture. Nobody really went culture this game, so that was pretty interesting. All right. Let's flip over to our spreadsheet, and we'll do all of our finishing stuff. So Elizabeth first, Gandhi narrowly second, Mansa narrowly third, Augustus narrowly fourth, and then Churchill, congrats, you are also in this game. Good for you. Did I flip this over? Yes, I actually did, so you can see. So Elizabeth gets our gold medal, and Gandhi gets our silver. All right, first up, this particular game. Let's see who won this particular game. Elizabeth, the winner. I successfully jinxed Mansa Musa. Congratulations to all of you. Gandhi gets the runner-up spot. Number of wars, a pathetic 5. Spaceship was the victory type. I did call that. And then we returned 283. So I got some points here. Nothing too crazy. I think I got about 10 points. I got 10 points. Not a bad estimate. So who won the championship? Oh, we had a tie. A tie amongst a number of people. We had White Ox, Zerden, Smithy, Vincarious, and Juxie all tied with 19 points. And then we had a number of people at 18 as well. Myth, who predicted Elizabeth, got 17. I mean, I would have been at 15 if I had really picked Elizabeth, who I wanted to win. But you guys know if I had picked Elizabeth, she wouldn't have won. So I was pretty content with that. And then we've got a pretty good scoring game. It looks like the average score is around 10 to maybe like 11 points, roughly. Just eyeballing this. Pretty good scoring game from the community. Let's see, to be 261. It is 10.5 points. Pretty good. So I was basically right at the average. All right. Now, for the season-wide result, let's see. Was Haphazard able to hold on? I suspect he was, but let's see. Championship. I have to type that in. All right. Haphazard got 12 points. I'm pretty sure that the others were not able to catch that. No, he actually extended his lead. So congratulations, Haphazard. If you're watching live or on the recording, you are the winner of the full contest with a very impressive 173 points. And it looks like you won by a pretty good margin, a full 14 points over Nick's there in second place. Congratulations. And then Pseudonym and Tenacious Pace tied for third. And Burninator is in fifth place with the 151. Very, very nice. And then you can see the other scores going down there. I did not do great this season. I was not on, could not make the first page of the leaderboard, only with 128, which is only good for like 50th something place. So not my best season overall. We did also have, note that Plain Cow, that's not Plains Cow, Plain Cow, also up there right around the edge of the top 10. All right, our top scoring playoff leader is probably also Haphazard, but let's do a quick check to see. No, Vincarious is, I don't know why Excel does weird stuff, but Vincarious is the winner of the playoff scoring with 71 in 4 games. That's really impressive. Oh, that's boosted by the 26 points from playoff 1, but still 71 points in 4 games. That's, what is that, over, that's like 18 points. Yeah, that's like 18 points a game. Really, really awesome. Really, really nice there. And then in terms of our best 5, I believe that's also Haphazard. Again, there's some overlap with this. This is for the people who maybe only could get in so many picks. Yeah, it looks like Haphazard also won that. No, by 1 point over Pseudonym. By 1 point overall. Not bad. 97-96. No one was quite able to get 100 points from their best 5 games. But pretty good. And then we had also Shispoog and Katezilla, and then a tie between ASM and Shrimp Eyes. Really, really well done. I'm not going to sort by average because it's just going to be someone who entered one game and had like 20 points in one game. But yeah, there we go. Okay, Vincarious is apparently missorted right now, so I'll just manually fix that. Excel, again, sometimes just picks out one row and is like, we're going to do something silly with this one row. All right, there we go. All right, now for the all-important fantasy result. So Elizabeth scores an additional 5 points. So take Bellamorph to 23. And then Gandhi was worth 2 points. Oh, the second place from Kajatliak goes to 24. Oh, Kajatliak wins with 24 points because Gandhi squeezed out that second place. Otherwise, it would have been Bellamorph winning the contest. Wow. We had 24 for Kajatliak, a tie at 23 between Jamie and Bellamorph. And then Antisocial Monkey was at 22. If Mansa had scored any points, that would have been enough to do it. Wow. Wow. Okay, yeah. And if Mansa Musa came in second, then ASM would have won. That's right. Oh, man. Wow. That was so close. That was like a 20 point. They were only separated by like 25 points. Jeez, this is an insanely close fantasy contest. Wow. What a great result. I'm so pleased we had such an awesome finish this year. Yeah, and if Augustus won, then Henrik would have won. That's true. If Augustus had won the Diplo, because Augustus did have a real Diplo victory shot there. And Elizabeth is the top scoring leader of the whole fantasy contest with the 13 points. Although it was very close with who had the next highest. Mansa was 10, and who had was a 12 on here? Augustus was 12. Okay. Certainly getting Elizabeth for a bid of 19 turned out to be a really, really good bid. I mean, a lot of this is luck. Like, Gandhi scored a lot of points for Kajatliak, especially at the 15 bid. But we know Gandhi probably should have just gotten first to die points. It's always a lot of luck, but that's part of what makes it so much fun. If Churchill died, we would have had a tie. Wait a minute. Well, Churchill would have died to Gandhi, so we would not have had a tie. We would not have had a tie because the point would have gone to Gandhi and Kajatliak would have gotten another point. If he had died to Augustus, but Augustus wasn't at war with Churchill. All right. Okay, so let's wrap things up here. Again, I'll put all this on the internet later on, and you'll have the full picking contest. Wow, what a great season we had. This was really, really fun. I hope you guys all enjoyed this so much. Again, it's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work to do this, so we can't do it all the time. Usually can only do it like once a year. But it was a blast, and thanks so much to all of you for tuning in, and also to the other community members who helped out, whether that was doing the fantasy contest, whether that was helping me with the write-outs, doing some of the Cutter Access, doing the maps. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. One last thing before we go. So I do want to mention one other thing. Let me close the Civ here. So I will hope to do another one of these next year. I really would hope to. I'm not convinced that we will be able to do one necessarily next year, but we'll see. And that's because we do have some additional news we did want to share with everybody on here. And that is this. If you haven't seen this before, William is going to join the Big Brother Club coming up later this year. So yes, we do have another baby on the way, and he's going to have a little brother in a couple of months. So we have a due date at the end of November. Like literally it's November 30th. So the streaming schedule's probably going to get a little awkward. Like when William was really little, it couldn't stream as much. So it's going to be interrupted a bit. We'll continue normal streaming until then. But so December, January, February, probably going to be a little bit awkward. But we figured this was a good time to share that. Obviously, we're very excited. And thanks for all the well wishes. Really appreciate it in chat. Okay. So with that, this does bring an end to Season 8, but there will be more content. We'll have alternate histories information. There's a whole bunch of community members who are raring to go to do the alternate histories once I put out the save game files. We'll have a conclusions page. That'll be coming soonish. I don't know exactly when, but we'll have more stuff that'll trickle out over the upcoming weeks. But no more games for the time being. So have a wonderful weekend. Thanks to all of you for joining us, and we'll be back for Season 9 at some point. Until then, take care, folks. Have a good one. See you again.